Auto Body and Frame, J&J Boat and Trailer Supply Incorporated, Kentucky Machine and Tool Company, McCoy Painting Incorporated, Highland Park Missionary, Don Embry Body Shop. $100 donations from Valley Chiropractic Center, PSC, Schellers Fitness and Cycling, Lambert Glass, Davis BP, Easy Constructions, Derby City Tank Wash, Ratterman Funeral Home, Southside Drive, Twin Dixie Lanes. A $75 donation from Culver Insurance Agency Incorporated, a $50 donation from Chong's Barber Center and Chems Cleaner, and last but not least, a $35 donation from Innovative Scale LLC.
All right, fantastic. Thank you to all of those businesses for donating to the Crusade. And I think we got now in memoriams. Is that right, guys?
Yes.
All right.
Can you real quick introduce yourself?
Oh, you could talk to Isaiah, actually.
Real quick, introduce yourself for me.
I'm Captain Jaggers with PRP Fire Department.
Ready to go?
I am.
There we go.
We have $200 in memory of Joseph Butch Sheppers from Mark and Linda Sheppers, in memory of Jess, Carl, and Larry McAllister. $200 in memory of Captain John Lundergan from Lake Dreamland Fire Department, from his wife, Kathy Lundergan. Mary and Ray Welch from Maureen Welch. Buddy Webb from William and Sandra Mullins. Paul Metz Jr. from Carolyn Metz. In memory of Mom, Peggy, Dad, Gene, brothers Joe, Cooper, and Ray Goodlett from Debbie. In memory of Madison Page Everts. In memory of Deputy Chief Brian Morgan from Fire Protection Services. Malcolm Jenkins from Barbara Mattingly. Brianna Jean McCauley from Tammy and Brian McCauley. Deputy Chief Brian Morgan, Sergeant Aaron Cockrell from Joe and Doodles. $175 in memory of Francis Wren from Thomas and Jean Hudson. In memory of Leslie and Ryan Prather from David Relch. $107 in memory of Les Bandy from Linda Bandy. $150 in memory of Susan May from Troy Clark. William Piccolo Sr., William Piccolo III, and William Brown from the Piccolo family. In memory of Bill Thieneman and family member who's passed away from Ronald Thieneman and family. In memory of loved ones from Joyce Spahn. In memory of children of Uvalde, Texas from Tony and Kathy Sturgeon. $125 in memory of Bertha and James McCubbins from Ann. $122.02 in memory of Brian Morgan from Jason and Christine McCutcheon. $100 in memory of Bod and Deanna Algood, in memory of Ronald Reeves, Clarence Shaw, and Charlie Vincent from the Fox family. In memory of Ron Heiss and great-granddaughter Emily McDonald. In memory of my loving husband, Bobby and Paula Bossmeyer. In memory of our parents, James and Mary Skees, Harley and Golden Johnson from Don and Sue. In memory of our grandchildren, Benjamin Clem, love G-Maw and G-Paw. Regina Nicholson from William and Julie Nicholson. Michael Relaford from Shelley Relaford. Raymond, Mary, Reginald Loins, Norman, Lucille, Norman Jr. Cambliss from Marvin, and Gail Cambliss Loins. In memory of Frank J. Smith from Betty Duckworth and Smith. In memory of George Givens Sr., and in thanks to George Givens Jr. from James and Mary Francisco. Memory of our parents from Tony and Teresa Basham. In loving memory of Deputy Chief Morgan, Sergeant Aaron Cockrell, Jean and Beverly Elder, you are dearly missed, Joe, Mo, and all the kids. In memory of James Lucas, love Frizzell Jr. family. In memory of Irma Wilson, love Frizzell Jr. family. And Carrie K. Bryant from Frizzell Jr. family. $100 in memory of Tom and Joe Reeder from Dale and Patricia Reeder. Sean McAdam from Doug and Deanna Rechtenwald. Memory of Terry Pauling from James and Kathy Pauling. Memory of Art Stilberg from Elizabeth and Ralph Burden. Bobby and Ann Lewis from Susan George. Betty Schoen from Linda Schoen. Barbara Oakley from Lisa and Anthony Ryan. Memory of David Turner from Pamela and Dirk Turner. William Elmore from Faye Boston. In memory of Aiden Finn from Robert Finn. Jane Grant from Charles Grant. In memory of my wife, Pauline Hume from Carlos Hume. John Young from Loeffler. Memory of Bob and Tony from Catherine Lundergan. In memory of Jerry Ware from Catherine Lundergan. Memory of Sarah Miller from Cassandra Miller. Louis Basham from Constance White. Memory of David Turner Jr. from Pam and Dick Turner. Joseph and Beverly Elder, and Debbie Gregory from Norma Worth. $100 in memory of Carolyn Hamberly from Elsie Woodworth. Ward Taylor Jr. from your family. Pam Nip from Charles Funk. Deputy Chief Brian Morgan and Sergeant Aaron Cockrell from Jill and Joey Bowman. In memory of our great-grandparents, W.J. Gladys Morris, James and Mary Rose Oliver from Richard and Pam Aller. In memory of Norman and Shirley Singleton from Diane Seeger. Memory of Michael Wayne Jones from Carolyn Jones. Janet Griffin from Jerry Griffin. In memory of my parents and sister from Mike Wallingford Sr. Kenneth, Steve, and Kevin from Norman Bratcher. In memory of Emily Elizabeth McDonald from Mommy, Daddy, sisters Daphne and Haley. In memory of Joyce Gulpin from Celia Gulpin. In memory of Bill and Dolores Thieneman from children from Diane Engelin.
Very sweet. Thank you so much for that.
Yes, sir.
And I guess we'll throw it back to Grace for the total.
I think we've got in honors next.
Okay.
Over on your side.
Step up.
Oh, more in memories over here.
All right. These will be a
wants the microphone?
$69
There we
in
go.
memory of John Ophelia Haubauer, and Mary Frances Duvall from Thomas and Ronald Duvall. $60 in memory of James and Nancy Ashby from Lewis, Whitney, Emma, and baby James. $60 in memory of Ann Bowling and Mary Ann Mann from James Burge. These will be $50 in memories of for Carrie Bobby and Linda Stephen Bobby, in memory of John Anson and Carla John Hogue. Be Sissy Dana from Craig and Susan Webb, Nancy and Gerald Sidebottom from Ronald Sidebottom, in memory of Charlie Bailey and from Anthony and Sharon Bailey, in memory of Phyllis Tatum who loved all of her children from Lisa Tatum Lease, in memory of Ed Myman and Mike Mattingly from Tricia Mattingly, in memory of Deborah Gill Crawwinkle from Larry and Rebecca Best, in memory of son Daniel Glenn from Mom and Mitch, in memory of David Joseph Money from Joseph and Diane Vitito, in memory of John Jerry Weir from Beverly Ballard, in memory of Bob Bodner from Marilyn Puckett, in memory of Patricia Reeser and from Mary Speed, Violet Hatfield from Mary Robert, in memory of Dorothy Carter from Cheryl Strebel, in memory of John Russ from Donna Tyler, in memory of Harold Diesel Carte, Betty Baker, David Snyder Sr., and Rhonda and David Snyder. In memory of Charlie Kevin Spahn from Heron Huff, in memory of Helen and Jeff Huff from Harold Oxton and Wanda Cool, in memory of Spencer and Jennifer Painter, in memory of Spencer from Jennifer Painter, in memory of Merle Frazier, who passed away on 10/13/21 from Tom Frazier and baby. Thanks so much for getting her to the hospital on 10/12/2021. In memory of Bill and Becky Hankins from Amy and William Hankins, in memory of Kenny and Kaysen Weber from Pat Weber, in memory of Mom, Dad, Teresa Jackie, and Victor Jackie Sr., brother James Jackie, and my fiance Doug Kemp Sr., and my late husband David Lyons from Denise Jackie Lyons. $40 in memory of Rosie, Terry, and the Dwyer family from Betty Dwyer. $35 in memory of Charlie Elbert and Patricia Elbert. $30 in memory of Ronnie Clements from Clarence Dickerson. $30 in memory of Fred Moxton and Deborah Redding, $30 in memory of Gary Kelly from Karen Kelly. These will be a $25 in memory of Pat White from Angela and Patrick White. In memory of Wayne Groves from Darlene and Wayne Groves. In memory of Wayne Perky from Deborah Billingsley. In memory of Rich Reynolds from Kenneth Crady. In memory of Larry Warren from Kenneth Crady. In memory of Bill Gibson from Francis Hayden. In memory of Kenny Clements from Shirley Clements. In memory of Shirley Himmelgarn from David Hibbs. In memory of Joe and Libby Bray from Betty Thomas. In memory of Wayne Perky from Sandra Rosenka. In memory of Roy Galloway, also from Sandra Rosenka. In memory of Albert Paul Sr., Catherine Paul, Albert Paul Jr., and Ricky Paul from Kevin and Sharon Robertson. In memory of Mike Sissel from Karen Sissel. In memory of Ken Riding from Ken and Cheryl Ridings. In memory of Chris Gozman from Philip and Priscilla Green. In memory of Robert Popal Sargent, and also in memory of Charlie Popal Remines. In memory of Kenneth James Gavin Sr., $27.22 in memory of Jean, Gertie, and Joan Reinhardt from Deborah Reinhardt. $20 in memory of James Brofton. $20 in memory of Gary Kelly and Emma Becky. $10 in memory of James and Juanita McAlpin from Virginia McAlpin. In memory of Chief K. Beck and Mark Rickenbach Jr.
All right, absolutely beautiful. And guys, who is
We got
up
some
next?
few more. Sir, if you could just real quick introduce yourself.
Jason Myman.
Go ahead.
These are in memory of my father, Captain Ed Myman, Lake Drummond Fire Department, and his sister Joan Mertz. $100 in memory of Mom, Joan Mertz, from Jeremy Brendan and her grandson Miles. $200 from David Mertz. $100 in memory of his wife Joan Mertz, and $100 in memory of Ed Myman. $200 from Kathleen Spencer in memory of her sister Joan Mertz and brother Ed. $200 from Dennis and Jean Myman in memory of Joan Mertz and Ed Myman. $100 from brother Paul in memory of Ed and Joan Mertz. $100 from Jason, Michelle, Nicholas, Caitlin in memory of Pawpaw Ed. $50 from Jody, Shannon, Zach, Josh, and Wes in memory of Pawpaw Ed. $50 from Susan, Sean, Bridget, and Owen, 2 great-grandbabies, Ellie and Easton, in memory of Pawpaw Ed. $150 from Nancy and Richard Reynolds in memory of Ed Myman, and $77.77 from his loving wife Lynn, for a grand total for Joan and Ed of $1,227.77.
That's awesome. Thank you so much. Keep going down the list. You have some in honor of?
I have some in honor of.
There we go. And what's your name?
Troy Hansen.
Troy Hansen. Good to meet you. Go ahead.
Pleasure. All right, I've got, starting off with in honor of, I've got $2,000 in honor of Flaherty firefighter Lloyd Claycomb from Martin Seidler. $300 in honor of the 4 boys who saved up their birthday money for the Crusade for Children, from Cooper, Brady, Camden, and Alex from Kelly Patterson. $250 in honor of my family from Brenda Mancuso. $200 in honor of Anna Grant. $175 in honor of our grandchildren Adam, Luke, Brogan, Bethany, Ashton, and Max and Cam. $100. The following are all $100. $100 in honor of our children and grandchildren and great-grandson from Jackie and Gary Vogel. In honor and in memory of Hannah Lee Cooper on February 1st, 2021 from Marguerite O'Hara. In honor of Anna Grant from Charles Grant. In honor of Carly Ryan and Sydney Wessel. These are 2 amazing preemies who are now 2 amazing women. In honor of 10 grandkids from David and Elaine Dickens. In honor of our grandchildren Cameron, Kylie, Ava, Kyler, Ben, Adeline, Max, Scarlett, Luke, Blake, and Vivian from Larry Garvin. In honor of Mason and Nolan Cook in memory of Don Cook from Celia Gilpin. Sorry about that. $60 in honor of our grandkids from Deborah and Fred Barton. $50 in honor of James Hartgun from Rebecca Hartgun. $50 in honor of Uncle Gil Taylor from Corden, Indiana. He sang on the Crusade for Children and the Haycraft Hoedown many years ago from Barbara Thompson. $40 in honor of 8 healthy grandchildren from Harlan and Kelly Blakely. All right, in memory of, I've got $3,500 in memory of wife Rita from Anthony King. $1,000 in memory of Frank, Jet, Tony, Jet, Patricia Weeks, and Brian Weeks Jr. from John and Mary Meeks. $613 in memory of Patricia, William, and Vida Finger from Barbara Stinger. $555 in memory of Sylvia Johnson from Shawnee Christian Church. I've got several $500 in memory of Helen Jupin from Ronnie Jupin. In memory of Tommy Wilhelm from Earl Wilhelm. In memory of Marilyn Sue Dennis, who benefited from the many years of the Crusade in 2009. It's from Captain Frank Mosden, Peanut, from Pleasure Ridge Park Fire, who passed away September 9, 2021, and retired Sergeant Donnie Mosden from Pleasure Ridge Park Fire, who passed away November 20th, 2020. And from all who loved them, the Mosden, Rush, and Watts families. And $500 in memory of William, Viola, and Patricia Stinger from Mary Stinger. $450 in memory of Tony Bond from Margie Bond. $295 dedicated for all of the Pleasure Ridge Park firefighters. And $250 in memory of Missy Lee and Cynthia Robert Robinson. $250 in memory of Betty Gregory from Paula Haynes. And $250 in memory of Brianna from William McCauley.
Very nice. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. You got a list for us? Introduce yourself, sir.
Joey Bowman. Nice. We're going to get started. I got a few add-ons, a couple in memories.
Okay, no problem.
And then a letter here from Mike Lennings.
Perfect.
All right. We'll start out with $25 in memory of the Jordan family. Skip and Shirley Houchin, Captain Chili Sandage from the outhouse. And this is from Harold and Sherry Wallace. $69 in memory of firefighter Darrell Frazier Sr., who was a PRP firefighter and helped with the crusade for many years. $100 in memory of Billy Adams from Brenda Adams and Robin Thompson. That was the add-ons. I'm going to switch to the letter. We got a letter from Mike Lennings, who is a huge supporter for the crusade, and they help us out quite a bit. So Mike Lennings Restaurant is pleased once again to support the Crusade for Children. Along with the hard-working efforts of the Okolona Street Rodders and the Pleasures Park Fire Department, is dedicated Ladies Auxiliary pleased to report another great year of donations. We want to thank for everybody who participated, contributed at the Hot Rod Night in October, the Halloween party, purchased the Hot Rod calendars, and attended the car shows. Thanks to all the vendors who contributed prizes, raffles, all of our brands who performed at the car shows, everyone has enjoyed the great music. As a family-owned operated business since 1925, Mike Lennings Restaurant is proud to support such a vital local fundraising effort. It has helped many of our own in our family, and again, we are especially grateful to our loyal customers and employees for their generous donations in support of the crusade. We dedicate our efforts in memory of Bill and Dorothy Lenning and Lynn Lenning, whose footsteps we continue to follow. With love and continued support, this is from Bill, Nancy, and Latricia Lenning and the Mike Lennings Restaurant. We have previously submitted $1,536 and are including checks totaling $5,964 with this letter to make our grand total for the 2022 Crusade for Children from Mike Lennings Restaurant is $7,500.
Round of applause there for the Lenning family at that restaurant. That is incredible.
Yes, it is. So like I told you earlier, they're a great contributor and help to us. Diddle's Pay Lake also did an excellent job this year. They had a day at the lake, and their total was $6,200. And we're going to try to build on that as well. So
it adds up quickly.
Yes, sir.
Alrighty, so I think we're going to go ahead and you got a total for us, Grace?
All right, I can tell by all of those incredible donations, this is going to be a big number. So, Chief, why don't you?
It's a good number. We're up a little bit this year to $156,175.94.
Incredible. Big round of applause for that, everybody. Yeah, exactly. That
Very
is,
nice.
We're going to read it one more time. $156,000, $156,175.94. Take a look at that. Go ahead and dump it on in, guys. Beautiful. You guys deserve another round of applause. PRP.
Thank you guys so much.
Thank you guys so much for being here. Again, $156,175.94. That is crazy impressive, guys. Let's go ahead and take a look at what that put our total
Look how
at.
fast it's adding up.
Isaiah, why don't you read that off?
$3,324,124.41 for WHAS.
Round of applause. That is incredible.
It is adding up quickly, which is great since we've been here.
It is adding up.
We're
getting that total higher and higher, and it's thanks to fire departments like you guys. So we got to thank you for being out here.
Thank you very much. We're proud to be here. Thank you.
All right, folks. PRP, another round of applause for you guys. Thank you so much.
Woo!
All right, let's go ahead and remind folks while we bring our next group in of some of the ways that you can donate today. You can do Venmo, Cash App, PayPal. You can even ask Alexa to help you donate. And I believe we are bringing in now
the Traegers
from Republic Bank with a check for us.
Bank is coming in here, and of course, we're going to move in a little bit. We got a big group here. Of course, remember we do have the folks coming in from over there? We're going to switch over a little bit. We do want to remind you guys the website to go to still, WHAScrusade.org. Of course, that will make it easy for you guys to go ahead and exercise one of the many ways to still donate. We got, a little under 4 hours left to go?
Absolutely, yeah. And there still are so many ways that you can donate. We're going to go ahead and come over here to talk to the Traegers.
We're moving. How you guys doing?
Good. How are you?
We'll try not to make anyone trip. I think I almost made her trip.
How are you?
All right, folks, this is Mr. Traeger from Republic Bank. How are you guys doing this afternoon?
We're great. We're great. We're very proud to be part of the Crusade. We've been part of it for a number of years now, and one of my colleagues, Jeff Nelson from Republic Bank, kind of led our effort for many, many years, and still Jeff's chairman of the Crusade. So we've got about 30 volunteers that are helping count the money today here at Fairdale and at Brinks, and just having grown up here, it's part of everybody's life here, the Crusade. So as a local bank, we're proud to be a part of it.
Well, we certainly appreciate you guys being out here today. Tell me a little bit about that big old check you're holding.
Right, so I know this is the power hour. which is from 3 to 4.
Yes.
Republic Bank is proud to be part of that. So what we've done is we've got a check for $6,900 to match anything that's donated during this power hour. Of course, we get to follow PRP. That's quite a group to follow, but we're very proud of it, and I know our 1,000 associates are really proud to be able to support the Crusade as well.
Well, we're so thrilled to be with you guys, and thank you for coming out and for that big donation. So you guys got to make sure to call in and donate so we can match that donation, $6,900.
And that power hour is till 4 o'clock, you said, right?
That is correct. Yes.
So we still got 35 minutes then. We got some time.
All right, let's go for it.
Awesome. Let's go for it. We're going to go ahead and send it over to Corydon, Indiana one more time here.
The Elizabeth Volunteer Fire Department showing up big here in Corydon, where a lot of people are all lined up ready to drop off all the collections for the WHAS Crusade. Scott Hutt's here to bring the good news, right? You guys did really well this year.
We did. We're down a little bit, but with the economy, it's understandable.
Your numbers are still really, really big, though. You're going to shock everybody when you read those final numbers. But you have a few people that you want to make sure you recognize just for their generous support.
Yes. First thing is, we have monthly meetings every Monday, and we have a cuss jar. So
a what?
A cuss jar.
No, people don't cuss there, do they?
No.
No.
So it's actually up $10 this year.
Awesome.
So we got 26.
I can't believe I'm celebrating. Awesome.
It's a quarter cuss word.
Okay.
We got $26. That's 100. That's 104 words.
You're giving everybody creative ideas on how to raise money next year. You know that, right?
Yes. So there's that, and then our $20 donations: John and Brittany Haas, Sean and Julie Elon. $25 donations: Donna Bailey Caudell, Julia Martin, Tom and Barbara Toole, Sam and Janice Hecht. $40 donations: Mike and Joan Abbott, John and Roxanne Free. $50 donations: J&L Ridge Farms, Small Hands Preschool, Richard and Angela Stewart, John and Marla Miller, Dorothy Stem, James Hecht, Joseph and Dolores Casper, Donnie Gans. $100 donations: Artie's Logging, Alvin and Marjorie Schaefer, Roger and Mary Brown, Steve Phillips, Dean and Kathy Simpson. $150 donations: James and Vicky Neville, Chris and Elizabeth Little, Best Vineyards, Diane Metz, Dennis and Jana Thomas. $200 donation: Chester Bud III, Mary Dial, Bill and Juanita Miller, DePaul United Methodist Church. $300 donations: Hurley Services out of Elizabeth, Indiana. Wilson's Collection Jar, the year total for them, 1819 General Store, is $432.46. $600 donations: Sons of the American Legion, Elizabeth, Indiana. $5,000 donations: Greg and Beverly Jones and American Legion Post 379, Elizabeth, Indiana. $30 in memory of Frank and Josephine and Bill Canapple. $30 in loving memory of Brian Brown from Bobby and Denise Schubert. $50 in memory of Julie and Logan Wilson from Philip and Kelly Bledsoe. $50 in memory of Frank and Josephine Canapple. $50 in memory of Jim Brown from Carol Schaefer. $50 in memory of Hayden Miller from Addie. $50 in memory of Lindsay Shane, Julie and Logan Wilson, Hayden Miller from Scott and Kimberly Hutt. $75 in honor of Elizabeth Volunteer Fire Department from Joseph and Teresa Crasp. $100 in memory of Julie and Logan Wilson from Ronnie and Patty Ashley. $100 in memory of Kyle Rottenberg from Mark and Teresa Sutton. $100 in memory of Jeremiah Temple from Stephen and Anita Temple. $100 in memory of Jim Brown from Donna and Frederica Dones. $100 in memory of Johnny and Marilyn Duncan from Darren and Dion Duncan. $100 in memory of John Hildebrand from Mary Hildebrand. $100 in memory of Lindsay Shane from Russell, Cheryl, and Isabella Shane. $100 in memory of Lawrence Lee Baker from Brian and Denise McKnight. We got a $500 in memory of Hayden Scoot Miller from his family. and $1,000 in honor of our grandkids from Tom and Donna Withers. And we want to thank the community. Everybody donated, came out, helped. Whatever they did for us, we appreciate it.
In tough times, it's just amazing how the community continues to come out and support no matter what.
It is.
Right.
It is. Definitely in hard times.
Yeah, but I bet you had a lot of volunteers and people step up to kind of donate
Yeah,
their time.
yeah,
I always think people that donate their time, we need that as much.
Right, and most of them can't be here because they got graduation at 1:30.
Right, then there's that, yeah.
So that's why we're just me and her.
Well, hey, we're glad to have you here. We love having you here. And you want to give the final total once again?
The final total for 2022 is $25,320.
All right, congratulations.
Thank you.
Big number, big number. I know you said it's down a little bit, but wow. Can you imagine during these times? That's crazy. It's a big number. Okay, so you want to do the honors here? You want to?
Sure.
All right, step on up. Step on up here. All right, Elizabeth, volunteer fire department helping us out here. Nice. We love the sound of that. Thank you all so much for taking the time to come out here and be with us on, it's always special Crusade Sunday, you know?
Yeah, thank you guys.
Definitely. Oh, we just love it. All right, so many more ways to give. Just go to the QR code that's right there on your screen. Also, you can just donate by calling 582-7511 or toll free 1-888-382-7511 or go to WHAScrusade.org. And of course, we've added in PayPal, Venmo, Cash App. Even Alexa can help you donate to the WHAS Crusade for Children. Just ask her. She'll do it for you. So we're having a good time here. More trucks are lined up, ready to go. The totals are really getting up here in Cordon, and we just love everybody that's donated their time and their talent. In Cordon, I'm Claudia Coffey for the WHAS Crusade for Children.
And hey everybody, welcome back to the Fairdale Fire Department. Isaiah and I have been with you the last half hour or so, but we know these faces. Terry and Shay are joining us now.
We are so ready. Thank you guys.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and switch it over.
Good times. Appreciate that. How'd you do with your first crusade? Feel pretty good?
Oh, this has been fantastic. I've been so stoked to be here. And I mean, seeing everybody come in, and we just rounded things out with PRP in this last half hour. I mean, you can't beat a group of 20 or 30 kids standing behind you.
And that's the fire company that got this all started. They threw down the initial challenge in the 1950s, and all these other fire departments jumped on. So thanks to both of you. We really appreciate it, guys.
No better cause.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
Thanks so much.
Yeah.
Shay, we're staying to work here. Let's go. We got
good luck, y'all.
We got a long way to go yet in the Crusade for Children. So glad you're here. It's the 69th WHAS Crusade for Children on WHAS Television and WHAS Radio. We had a good time last night.
We had a great time last night.
Big show there, but people show up with money like Mike Allendorf. It's good to see you, Mike.
Nice seeing you, sir. How you been?
Everything good in Shively?
It is there. We're doing well.
All right, here, step in here.
Yes, sir.
Come on in and visit with us.
Hello. How you doing? Nice seeing you.
Good to see you.
Well, tell us about your efforts this year.
Well, we did a lot of new things. My first year with Shively Fire Collector for the Crusade. Previously, it was a few years with Okolona, which I think you're going to see them guys and gals here in a little bit.
Yep.
But anyways, back to the Shively. We started our first roadblock, drive-through modified, but it did quite well for us. So we'll give you that total here in a little bit. We sent some flyers out to our wonderful businesses in Shively, and they came through for us. So I got a small list of some people I like to read for those individuals. Under $1,000 checks, we got Parker Commercial Storage and Distribution, Southeast Pallet Recycling, Vinhoff Plumbing and Heating, Touch of Color, Auto Sound, Higgins Paint and Ladder, Runner Trailers Incorporated, AC Tool and Machine, Franco's Food and Catering, Garden and Lowe's Company, Mark Huddle, CPA, Michener's Distillery, Mosby's Towing and Transport. And we had some checks, $1,000 or more, and we had one from Louisville Cartage Company. We also want to give some special thanks to a young entrepreneurial young lady who was at the Shively Park on Saturday. She was selling lemonade.
Wow.
And she did a great job. She was so proud of herself. She actually came up to the fire station, presented us a $100 bill for her efforts. So her name was Kaya's Emoji Lemonade. And she did quite well, and I believe she talked to one of our firefighters. She's going to do it again next year. So
fantastic. We love these little
launch. We tried to steer towards the lemonade thing that the Crusade's doing, so maybe she'll have that up for us.
Pop-up business that helps the Crusades all good.
So that's where we're at now. We do have some other residents that also donated some checks, and I'll let my assistant there.
What's your name?
I'm Becky Allendorf.
Becky, Why did he call you his assistant when we know who's in charge, really?
I am the boss.
Thank you, Becky. All right, who do you want to thank?
I've just got a few checks here from a couple of the Shively residents. Mr. and Mrs. Deal, $1,000. James Collins, $100. Mr. and Mrs. Himes, $100. Joyce Sadoff, $10. Deborah Harris, $50. Mr. and Mrs. Dudley, $25. Mr. and Mrs. Harris, $25. Franklin Holland, $25. And we also had an anonymous donation of $100. And Shively Fire Department would also like to thank some of our food donations. McDonald's store 1250 at 4622 Dixie Highway, and Bear Nose Pizza in Shively on Dixie. Without them, we would have been hungry.
We wouldn't want that. It's good that they're there and friendly with you. Well, Mike, are we getting to a total already?
Very shortly, but one thing I would like to mention, Diane Twombly, she drove by the firehouse today. She was the wife of Lee, who was our firefighter chaplain and police chaplain. He passed away earlier this year. She brought up $154.75 in his honor, so we want to thank her for that, and we're also going to dedicate our collection efforts in his memory for this year's crusade. Without any further ado, for the...
we'll do it for you. For the 69th WHAS Crusade for Children from the Shively Fire District, your grand total is...
That's going to be $10,140.81.
$10,140.81 from Shively.
Woo!
All right. Thanks, Mike.
Just
Thank you all.
fantastic.
Thank you, boss. Don't let him call you anything other than that.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you all.
Appreciate it. Thank you very much. There's Shively in with more than $10,000 for our WHAS Crusade for Children. You can continue donating with us here. Republic Bank was just in, so it's their power hour.
Oh yeah, it's a good time to donate. We're going to head on out to Corden now, where they're working hard for us.
Hey, we saved the best for last here. The Harrison Township Fire Department bringing in their big totals. They've been here throughout the day, and with Taylor Green and Alden German also with some. You have the biggest numbers of all.
Oh,
but
yeah.
That's the tease, because we have the final totals from Corden, which are huge. You guys have some huge numbers too. You had a great weekend raising money.
We did. We did roadblocks and door-to-doors.
Did you feel a lot of support and love from the community out here?
We definitely did this year with everything going on.
Yeah.
We had a lot of money this year.
Well, I'll let you go ahead and do the honors and kind of read through the people that you want to thank.
Okay. Our food sponsors this year were Pizza Hut, McDonald's, Papa John's, White Castle, Jimmy John's, Domino's, KFC, Lee's Chicken, Beefs, Burger King, Taco Bell, Cluckers, Wendy's, and DQ. We'd like to thank our $10 donations, Justin Johanna Crawford, $20 donations, David Allen, Ralph, and Abby Ludauer, in memory of Ralph Lindauer Jr. and Richard Best, $25 donations, Robert Fezia, Amanda Wallace, Dolores Timberlake, Alan Hess, Jeanette Frederick, $40 donation, Jesse Mathis, in memory of Barbara Mathis, $35 donation, Jeffrey Allen King, $50 donation, Michael Janice Bennett, Melvin Sharon Shoemaker, Dell Karen Lopp, Bart Shea, Bickles Farm, Donald and Rebecca Phipps, Deborah Mathis, in memory of Barbara Mathis, $60 donation, Roger Kimberly Stewart, $100 donations, Timothy and Rita Shoemaker, Larry Sandra Martin, Diana Pruitt, in memory of Bob, Amy Netter, in memory of Jacob McClanahan, Sharon and Gary Hinkle, Alvin and Joyce Smith, in memory of Donald Salmon, Mary and Spencer Wendelin, in memory of Michael Dale Schaefer, Robin Ayers, in memory of Ralph Buster Timberlake, Barbara Timberlake and Jesse Fred Ayers, Gerald and Martha Salmon, in memory of Jacob McClanahan, Robert and Angela Kitchell, in memory of Kathleen Turley, Floyd and Shirley Beanblossom, Harriet Davis, $117 donation, Perseverance Chapel United Methodist Church, $150 donations, Forrest Jr. and Nancy Timberlake, John and Joanne Hartridge, Melissa Best in memory of Charles and Betty Tyndall and Richard Best. $200 donations, John and June Purcell in memory of Jason and Carrie Ruth Purcell, Michael May in memory of Paul and Rosie May, Robert and Paula Rambolt in memory of Greg and Eric Rambolt. And $250 donations, Thomas and Phyllis Tucker.
Congratulations, so many people that helped out there. So what is your grand total?
Our grand total this year is $21,802.43.
All right, guys, congratulations, everybody.
$21,802.43.
Oh, Alden, I want to do one more thing, because there's somebody here, a hero among us, that rescued a man from his burning house this week that we wanted to recognize. Where is he? Where is he? There he is right there. We wanted to give him a, yeah, right? We're raising money for the Crusade. We're rescuing men from their homes, right? It's amazing. All right, now you go on.
All right, do you
so
want to
much happening
Do you want to
here.
dump the money in first, or do you want to
Oh
do
yeah,
the grand
let's dump
total?
the money in first.
Okay, let's go ahead and dump in the money, and then we'll give you guys that grand total.
Yeah,
from
then we
this
got
year.
the big grand total. Come on up, do the honors. We want to celebrate your collection here with Harrison Township. All right, congratulations, guys, on just what has been a really, really great Crusade weekend, and for all that you continue to do up here. You know, it's a lot of work, and we love seeing you all out here. And I think people love seeing everybody out collecting in for the Crusade. It's been a great year.
It has been. It's been great for the last few years. So this is the third straight year this Corden location has set a new fundraising record. So last year they raised about $366,000, which is pretty tough to beat.
Topped it.
This year, Claudia, say it with me, they raised the grand total
$368,703.71. What? Right?
That's a lot of money.
That's why we're surrounded by protection here and police officers and everybody else. You know, I just think it's overwhelming to think that the giving and the love that happens here in southern Indiana for all of Kentuckiana. It's just a lot. It's just truly, it just warms your heart. So thank you, and thank you for all that you all do too.
Very impressive. And you guys can still donate. There's still time to donate. We'll reveal that grand total here at about 7 o'clock. You can donate 582-7511. You can use Alexa. Tell Alexa to donate to the WHAS Crusade for Children, Venmo, PayPal, Cash App.
Too many ways.
Just a bunch of different ways, and that QR code.
The QR code. Just get your phone out, go to the TV, and just help us out. Help us hopefully set, I want to see at the end of the evening, Alden, like this great big WHAS Crusade record.
And, you know, last night was pretty big too. They raised easily over $1 million was announced, and over $368,000 from here in Corden. Third straight year of a record donations for the Crusade for Children. Very, very impressive, and we appreciate all the hard work from all of our volunteers, and thank you for it very much.
And that's it for us from Corden. We're done.
Till another successful year
Till
next
another
year.
successful year. But tune in tonight for that great total, and thanks to the entire community for showing their support right here.
We appreciate all the work you guys have been doing over there in southern Indiana. Here in Louisville, oh, I hear that beautiful sound again. That must mean that we are getting more contributors for the WHAS Crusade for Children roll through here. Okolona's rolling in, as you see, Shay. Nice to hear the clarion call of generosity again, Shay.
I missed it, Terry. I'm glad it's back.
Here comes, all right, Mark Little's with us here. Are you going to roll in? Oh, look at this baby. Tell me about that historical truck that just went through.
Well, we spent quite a bit of money keeping it up and running. It was built back in the 1940s during the Second World War, so there was some delay in putting it together.
Wow.
So,
and this is something built much later than the 1940s.
Brand new.
That's one big bear right there.
Yes, it is.
Tell me about that truck.
We just purchased this, took reception about 2-3 months ago, and it's the pride of our fleet. So.
Yeah, she's a beauty.
Yeah, that's a nice one.
Very nice over there. All right, well, Shay and I want to find out what happened in Okolona this year with the Crusade for Children.
We're a little bit down this year, but we've had a pretty good turnout. Great support from our community, as well as all of our members coming out, our auxiliary. Thank everybody for their wonderful support that they've come out and contributed to our community. So I'd like to thank some of the businesses: Golden Buddha, Olive Garden, Chick-fil-A on Outer Loop, Outback Steakhouse on Fern Valley, Bear Nose Pizza, Culver's, Dairy Delight, Heitzman's Traditional Bakery on Shelbyville Road, Bootleg Barbecue, Paul Davis, United Reynolds, and Safety Co. Thank them for their support.
You're right. Is that guy over your shoulder, is his name Jim Baker?
Yes, it is.
I think I recognize him from my high school yearbook.
So, yes, Jim is a retired member from Okolona.
Yes, he is.
So,
who had the better GPA? Was it you or me?
Probably you.
Thanks for lying on my behalf, Jimmy. I appreciate that.
I was in homeroom 15.
He's a good old St. X boy. All right.
Okay.
Who do you want to thank today?
For some of our donations, I'd like to thank Sandra Lear, $15 in memory of Janet Jarbo, her 80th birthday. Charles Marshall, $25 in memory of Mary Howard. Judith Roberts, in memory of Nancy Staples. Ready Electric, $25 in memory of Robert Barger. And I'm going to mess this one up, so please forgive me. It's Damasa Graphics and Design, $30 in memory of their grandfather, former Fire Chief John Barfield. Anonymous, $50 in memory of Trina Walden. Anonymous Cash, $50 in honor of Mr. and Mrs. Russell Kramer. Dave and Carol Taylor, in honor of their firefighter sons, Derek and Cameron Taylor. Derek stands right here.
Derek!
So, David Ross, in memory of Marty Sexton. Richard Grant, $50 in memory of Lynn Grant. Scott Underwood, $50 in memory of Mike and Treva Underwood. Sharon Brines, $50 in memory of Dorsey Powell, who was our chairman of the board who passed away. Terry and Susan Close, $50 in memory of Brandon Close. Barbara Motley, $50 in memory of Kyle Adams, a Fern Creek firefighter that passed away. So, Anonymous Cash, $100 in memory of Jeff Camp Schaefer. Ashley Henry, $100 in memory of Dorsey Powell. Christy Miller, $100 in memory of Jerry Wallace. Daryl Bradwell, $100 in memory of Barbara Bradwell. Eugene and Anna Burgess, $100 in memory of Geneva and Jack Bradley. Francis Buckman, $100 in memory of Edgar, and Barbara Cribbs. Frida Boder, $100 in memory of Jerry Boder. Joe and Nancy Petito, $100 in memory of Tony Hadamar and Fred Reese. Pamela Ballard, $100 in memory of Jeff Camp Schaefer. HVAC Associates, $150 in memory of Floyd Wilder and David Issa. Joseph and Janice Pendleton, $150 in memory of Dorothy Cutler. Dennis and Joyce Cardwell, $200 in memory of Adrian Goatley. Linda Chinook, $200. Muse Candles, $200. Philip F. Haas, $200. Rayleigh Realty Company, $200. Roger Crenshaw, $200. Joseph and Bonnie Karan, $225. Donald and Doris Wetzel, $250. Okolona Women's Club, $250. Schuler's Fitness and Cycling, $250. Southern Metal Products, $250. Tire Shredding and Recycling, $250. Sutton's Classic Renovations, $250. Barbara Brown, $300 in memory of Cessna Brown, Aunt Billy, and Geneva Hall. Donna Smith, John Dobson, $300. Joseph Allendorf, $300. Michael Shore, $300. Ernest and Bonnie Jeanette, $500. Okolona's Women's Club, $500. The Mower Shop, $500. Bluegrass Curse Company, $1,000. They're a water treatment company. Imperial Palace, $1,000. Kenny and Kirsty Ambach, $1,000 in memory of our brother, retired McMahon Fire Chief Joseph Johnson, and Father Joe Johnson. United Auto Workers, $1,000. And the Elks Club of Louisville Lodge 8, BPO, not sure what that stands for, but $2,500. We've been lucky to have the Elks Club support us the last several years with a generous donation. We'd like to thank them for all their support.
That's terrific.
And I got just a couple more here. $75, Debbie Gibson. $100, Tony Arnold. $25, Mary Pat Ballard. $50, Sandy Nichols. $50, Jim Baker. And $100, Hillary Baines. So that's what.
Jim Baker.
Which gives us a total.
Oh, you ready to go?
I'm ready.
We got to build up to it.
Okay.
We got to do this right.
Okay.
Ready to go, Shane?
I'm ready.
For the 69th WHAS Crusade for Children from the Okolona Fire District, a grand total of
$47,984.29.
$47,984.29 from Okolona.
All right, Okolona, nice
Thank
job.
you all so much for your continued support.
We appreciate you.
Thank you all.
Thank you. We appreciate what you guys do for us. Baker, good to see you, bro.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks for being on our team. He's here to help us all throughout the Crusade year. Thank you.
No problem. So
Glad you got a
much.
shout
Thank
out
you
in there
for
too, brother. There you go. You're very welcome.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks, guys. Thank you, Mark Little and Okolona Fire District with about $48,000.
Pretty incredible.
Isn't this Crusade something else?
We love it.
Why don't we read the tote board and see how things are going? Because people check in now and again. They're watching. They wonder how much money they've raised so far.
Let's tell them. The tote board is looking great at
$3,436,141.94. And a long way to go yet.
And they are working hard up in southern India. I think we should check in with Claudia Coffey and Alden German. They're collecting from our southern Indiana fire departments.
Welcome back out here to Corden. I'm Alden German for the WHAS Crusade for Children. We got a special department out here now. Got quite a few stories to tell us. I'm with RJ Stevens. He's with Flaherty. And of course, Flaherty, we've been mentioning this story on the news. Their volunteer, Lloyd Claycomb, who was raising money for the Crusade, was hit, but thankfully was just released from the hospital yesterday. RJ, you'll tell us a little bit more about Floyd after you give us the grand total, and you'll tell us a story about the truck that you have here behind us. But first, tell us who you have out here with you right now.
Absolutely. I've got a group of people here that's been with me all week off and on. We had 1 or 2 days that we didn't do much collecting, but we collect throughout the year, but mostly the week before Crusade we hit it extra hard as normal. So I'm going to mention my donations over $25, and I'll read those going up, and I've got a couple favorable mentions along the way. So I've got some $25 donations here. Joyce Straney in memory of Christopher James Rogers, Dale and Darlene Ross, Harold and Mary Remsburg, Joyce Wise, Rita Caraway, Ronnie and Betty Knott, Kenny and Mary Ann Vals. Have a $30 donation from Richard Fashee, $35 donation from Thomas M. Brown, $50 donations. Robert and Deborah Adams, Clyde and Carolyn Mims in memory of Gail Mims Wood, Michael Compton Trucking, Jerry Craycroft, Anita Seymour in memory of Michael Seymour, Anita Coletta, Callie and Kathy Hobbs, Thomas and Lisa Wathen, Patsy Gherkins in memory of Bill Gherkins, Patricia Hager, Jenny Vals Crone, Mary and Jerry Gavin, Lee and Donna Shank, Charlie and Landon Fleener, in honor of Papaw Kenny Vals, who is a retired firefighter and EMT with the Flaherty Fire Department. She actually did a lemonade stand and raised $54.50. So, way to go, Charlie and Landon, on that. Nick Limbach, who is standing right over here. If I could give a Crusader of the Year award, this guy would get it probably 10 out of the last 9 years. He's a great guy. He lives for the Crusade for Children. Signed over his paycheck from this last week to the Crusade, $88.05. $100 donations. Sue Lancaster, Craig and Melanie Hardesty, Brown's Plumbing, Flaherty Service Center, Edelin Farms, Lisa Hobbs, Thomas and Carolyn Hobbs, Chris and Janice Whalen, Nancy and David Paget, Joseph and Norma Bartley in memory of Beverly Dix, Chuck and Susan Limbach in honor of Nick, Caleb, Zach, and Elena, Al and Catherine Simmons, Norman Sherry Vals, David and Elaine Vals, Judy Jordan, Polly White, Steve and Debbie Whalen, Sandra and Joseph Snyder, Johnny Paget, Wes and Teresa Prather, Joey and Amy English, Sonny and Phyllis Ballman, Lynn Dow and Lindsay Druin in memory of Dana Dow, David and Melissa Hamilton, Amy and Steve Corbessa, Jerry and Mary Gavin, Gail Hubbard, I'm going to try to pronounce this one right, Karen Dworshak in memory of Jerry and Jeremy, Lloyd and Mary Claycomb in memory of Naomi Claycomb and Barbara Getz. Krista Medley was a $110 donation. Got a $120 donation from the Meade County Senior Citizen Center. One of our firefighters, Ruth Ann Dunn, Unit 537. She is super active in the Senior Citizen Center out there in Meade County. She walked around with her helmet and made everybody pony up the other night. They had a concert, had a live band. So we thank Ruth Ann for that and everybody at the Meade County Senior Citizen Center. $150 donations from Joe Finley, also Craig and Brandy Lusk. Have $170 donations from Claire Barnett. I have another $100 donation from Charlie and Sissy Harper. That one came in at the last minute. You say I had to write that one off to the side and pen because I get text on the way up here and our total goes up even as we get here to turn the money in. So that just goes to show you that people don't give up on the kids and they don't give up on the Crusade for Children. So we really appreciate that from everybody at WHAS 11 and all the fire departments. We appreciate that. Some $200 donations. Roger and Glenda Rose. Roger's actually our new fire chief, newly elected, so he's settling into those shoes this year and had an interesting last month. We've had lots of activity in the small town of Flaherty, and he's been thrown right into the fire, so he's getting his boots wet, so to speak. And their donation was in memory of Douglas York. $200 donations continued. James and Faye Campbell, Billy Joe and Judy Vals, Keith and Charlotte Booth, Dennis Pike in memory of Mary Pike, Marty and Kathy Claycomb in memory of Naomi Claycomb, $250 donations from Mary Sue Goodlett and also Steve and Shelley Deslick. Some $300 donations here. Joe and Melanie Hager, Doug and Deborah Asher, Mary Thibodeau, Marlene Black in memory of William and Vivian Booth. Have a $400 donation here from Tim and Monica Pack. An anonymous $500 donation. They didn't want their name read. That says a lot right there. When you don't want any recognition, you just want to help the kids. That's love. And that's what the Crusade's all about. Flaherty Tractor Company, $500. Jerome Huffines, $500. Judge Executive Leslie Stith and his wife, $500. William Stinson in memory of Thomas Staple and Linda Stinson, $500. Kevin Lusk, $500. Alan and Teresa and Jeff Sipes emptied out their change that they had sitting around the house. And out of that change, we got $588 of their change. He said there was about $1,000 more worth of change. So I don't know how long he'd been collecting that, but it took a minute. Ruth Ann Dunn in memory of firefighter Joseph Dunn, $1,000 donation. A donation from the Flaherty Fire Department in honor of our firefighter Lloyd Claycomb, Unit 512, $2,500. Joseph Claycomb, which is over here in the gray shirt, this is Lloyd's son, was there on the scene with myself and his dad at the collision earlier this week. Him and his team of directors hosted a fishing tournament down at Rough River Lake. That netted us a whopping $7,580. Thank you, fishermen. And have a $50 donation that came in late here from Mark Hebert. $100 donation from Tommy and Mookie Gherkins and also James Mills. That brings us to our grand total for the 2022 Crusade Collection Drive for the Flaherty Fire Department. Are you ready for that total?
Oh, yeah.
We don't have many kids up here to dump some money, but my son Walker is here. Come on up here, Walker. Nick, you want to help him? Our total this year for the Flaherty Volunteer Fire Department in Vine Grove, Kentucky, $31,217.89.
$31,217.89 from Flaherty. So very, very impressive. Let's go ahead and dump in the coins here.
Make some noise. Good job, kid.
All right, and a bunch of good noise out there. So before we go, we do want to talk about Lloyd Claycomb, who we've mentioned here a few times. We did have a scare with him earlier in the week. He was out collecting for the Crusade. So just give us an update on how he's doing.
Absolutely. I can't comment right now because the police are obviously investigating the collision. But there's a multi-vehicle collision earlier this week. Many of you all have seen the story. Our firefighter was out there at a roadblock collecting, was struck by one of the vehicles that was involved, lost consciousness, does not remember the thing happening. He is home now. The Flaherty Fire Department, a lot of agencies from surrounding us, Meade County EMS, multiple departments inside the county, police agencies, sheriff's offices, helped us bring him home yesterday. He walked in the house under his own power after being at U of L most of the week. And we are dedicating this crusade of 2022 to firefighter 512 Lloyd Claycomb, and we wish him a steady and quick recovery.
Well, thanks very much. We also are very glad to hear that he's doing okay, and that was pretty scary. And you also wanted to tell us something pretty quick about this new truck you have here.
This beautiful truck here is a truck that came from Merrick, New York. Last year we had a fire truck here that was our rescue truck. It's got a large mural of the firefighters raising the flag at at the World Trade Center on 9/11. That truck was at 9/11 and responded that day, as was this truck. So we have sister trucks from the same department. They contacted us within the past year. They said, you guys purchased that rescue truck. We have an aerial truck that we no longer need. Would you guys want it? We'd like to donate it to you. So we paid for some fuel to have it hauled down here to Kentucky. We donated our own aerial truck to a department that was affected by tornadoes in southern Kentucky recently. So another piece of history right here, local in Kentucky. Thank you.
Thanks again, RJ, very much. Busy year for Flaherty so far with Lloyd Claycomb and now being getting a generous donation from New York, this new ladder truck from 9/11. So we appreciate that very much. And again, there are a lot of different ways that you can donate. RJ was mentioning some late donations. That's fine. A donation is still a donation. So you can ask your Alexa, you can say, hey Alexa, donate to the WHAS at Crusade for Children. You can scan the QR code that's on your screen. You can call toll free at 1-888-582-7511, or you can call 582-7511. We still got a few more trucks out here. Things are really adding up out here in Corden. So from Corden, I'm Alden German for the WHAS Crusade for Children.
It's the 69th WHAS Crusade for Children. We appreciate you, Alden, and all the other nice people who are working for us. That's Shay McAllister. I'm Terry Miners. You are listening and watching the WHAS Crusade for Children on WHAS Radio, WHAS TV. It's online at WHAScrusade.org, Shay. You know you can also donate there.
So many ways to donate, Terry.
Yeah.
You can call if you'd like to donate. It's 582-7511. You can call toll free at 1-888-382-7511. If you want to, go old school. There's an option here. 520 West Chestnut Street, Louisville, Kentucky, 40202. You can mail in your donation, but this is the easiest way. WHAScrusade.org. Click on donate or pull out your smartphone.
That's right. This is simple. All you have to do is take your phone, and then here,
It's a live demonstration.
I have to zoom in on this QR code right here down in the corner. So look, I'm looking at this QR code. I go right down into here, and then eventually it pops on my screen and says, hey, dummy. There you go. And then it comes up and shows you the ways that you can donate right on your screen. It's pretty awesome how that works out for you.
It's easy.
The QR code. Yeah, that's just another way for you to donate. In fact, we've had a lot of people who've called in some pledges as well. Thank you, Fred and Mildred Whitmore, for $100 to the Crusade.
Rosemary Bailey gave $400 in memory of Kevin Scott Bailey.
Robert Rudy. That sounds like a movie star name. $200. Thank you for your gift.
Gia Williams, $100 in honor of Gloria Smith.
Paul Wilcox, $100. Thank you for that.
Octavia Green, $20. We really appreciate it.
Ron Hockman from North Hardin Christian Church, $400.
James Morris from Shelbyville gave $25 today.
James Ewing, $200 there.
Carolyn and Bryce Kaffhamer gave $40. Thank you, guys.
Karen Doby from Louisville, $25. I think that's through my,
Let's see. Helen Hargrove, $20 in memory of Patty and Thomas Gibbons.
So there have been people like going to church today and they've taken up special collections. We will still hear from some of those churches that have not reported in yet. Civic groups do this, and obviously fire departments. We're still going to hear from several more fire departments who are going to visit with us here, and many more out on remote. Let's tell people how we're doing numbers-wise.
All right, it's looking good over there. Still a long ways to go, though, Terry. Right now, for the 69th WHAS Crusade for Children, our tote board reads
$3,469,577 and
47 cents.
Every
Pretty
single
good.
penny counts.
That's right.
That looks awfully good.
And it's always amazing that more than half is firefighters.
Yeah.
And it's really them working hard out in the communities in these weeks leading up. You know, you see them when you're driving through the intersections. That always impresses me.
Yeah, you can see a lot of sun on the people. They're a little sun weary when they get here with their collections. And so we have people that bring them here to where we are and then also out on remote.
Yes, it's always a special contribution.
So where are we headed now?
We are heading back out to, well, first...
Oh, that's right. We've got our friends. Right, we didn't mention our friends who are out here. They are kind of on break right now. What happens is we have volunteers, and we do have them in some shade outside, which is nice.
It's the good life happens here. It's the good times tent. That's what they call it. And Terry, it's a very exclusive club.
That's
to be
because
able to go there.
I tried to get in there a few minutes ago, and they said, you're not cool enough. I'm used to that.
Terry, you're not going to like this, but I've been invited.
Why am I not surprised? But we appreciate all the people who've provided for our volunteers here with food and drink, taking care of us too, looking out for all the folks here. We got a lot of people who are here that secure the WHAS Crusade for Children collection site.
And you're the one who always says this, and it always sticks with me, but it's a family reunion, Crusade weekend. And it's cool. Everybody gets here and everyone remembers each other from the years before. It's really special.
Indeed. Okay, we're heading back out to Indiana again?
That's right, to Corden. I think we have Lafayette Fire Department ready to give us their money.
Welcome back out to Corden. We're getting very close to the grand finale, and Claudia and I are tag teaming this one because we got a super group with us right now. We have the Lafayette Township Fire Department and the Boy Scouts Troop 4167, and they teamed up this year to give us a pretty good donation, and this is the largest group that we've had out here in Corden so far. So Claudia, tell us who you're with.
In Alden, they even had a lemonade stand raise money.
A lemonade sounds great
a lemonade,
tonight.
I know, it would sound great. You know, the Lafayette Township has done such a great job year after year raising money. This year, no different with Brandon Alexander and Caitlin Cook. Guys, wow, talk about teaming up with the whole community to pull this one off, right?
I tell you what, it really does take the entire community, and it amazes us every single year to see just how much our community comes together to benefit the Crusade for Children.
Caitlin, I understand you have a nice list of people that you want to thank.
Yes, I do. We would like to thank our food and beverage donors who stepped up and helped us provide nourishment to our volunteers for Crusade collections this year. Special thanks to all of them, and we ask that you pay them a visit and show them support as they have supported our community for this great cause. We could not do this without their support. Lee's Famous Recipe, New Albany, Spaghetti Junction, Charlestown Road, Popeyes, New Albany, Chicken Salad Chick, Clarksville, Sweet Stuff Bakery, New Albany, Bear Nose, Floyd Knobs, Domino's, Floyd Knobs, Boom Balls, Clarksville, Cracker Barrel, Sellersburg, KFC, New Albany, Honey Baked Ham, New Albany, White Castle, New Albany, Taco Bell, Floyd Knobs, Skyline Chili, New Albany, Burger King, New Albany, Bear Nose, Floyd Knobs, Cars Barbecue and Market, Floyd Knobs, Clark's Snacks, New Albany, Texas Roadhouse, Clarksville, Covert, Floyd Knobs, Chicken House, Sellersburg, Terry Lynn's Catering by Design, New Albany, Roosters, Clarksville, Neil and Patty's Fireside Bar and Grill, Sellersburg, Krispy Kreme, Clarksville, Starbucks, New Albany, Save a Step, Floyd Knobs, Little Caesar, New Albany, Starlight Coffee Company, Floyd Knobs, and Joe Huber Family Farm and Restaurant, Starlight.
All right, well, they help out so much, right? Even with their time and their donations, we have to make sure we recognize them.
Absolutely, and we couldn't do it without their food donations, because we typically have a good turnout of people to really make this work for us.
It's probably the longest list I've seen all day. The longest.
I tell you what, and it helps us out immensely. So, along with our food donors, we have some amazing individuals and different entities in our community that contribute their donations that they do on their own to our grand total. And one of them I want to mention this year. It's the first year that they've done this, and this is the Lampkin family, who hosted a lemonade stand in their neighborhood, and they gave their total to our total. So I'd like to introduce the Lampkins.
They're Lampkins. Hey, how are you doing? Hey, we have to ask you why you wanted to do this and join in.
Just a great cause. In fact, I am involved with a nonprofit that receives funding from the Crusade for Children, so it really comes full circle, and it's important to me to show my children and our neighbors the importance of giving back to others. So we're grateful for the opportunity to make something fun and help a great cause.
Say it had to be so fun for the kids, right?
Yeah, we had yellow lemonade, pink lemonade, baked treats, they were serving it, and just they loved it. The neighbors were excited to have something to come and do, starting them as young as 15 months here. So the philanthropic spirit, I think, is so lively in our community, and we're just grateful to be a part of it and to contribute to our dedicated team of fire departments, here in our area. It's just awesome to see the community rally together.
Tell us your name so everybody knows.
Lindy Lampkin, and this is my son Peyton, my daughter Mackenzie.
Get around, I gotta get out of the way. Everybody can get on. Say everybody's names again.
This is Mackenzie Lampkin. She's 3. She was our pink lemonade server.
Oh, I love pink lemonade.
Yes. Michaela Lampkin is 15 months, and she helped with the food tasting to make sure everything was approved, right?
Right.
And then Peyton Lampkin, how old are you? 4. Yes.
I love the apron. That's a hit.
Credit union, I believe. So I just signed up online. They mailed it to us. We had stickers and signs. We were all decked out. So
thank you so much. Your new generation raising money for the Crusade, right?
Helped us raise $127. It may not sound like a lot, but it was a lot of lemonade cups. So
right? That's so great. I love that. All right.
So yeah, we want to thank individuals that do that. So along with the Lampkin family, we've also have Advent Christian Church donated $332.37. Zesto and Chillers, $305.26. The Floyd's Knobs Christian Church, $512.75. And we also are the fire protection for Greenville Township, and we collect money in Greenville as well. The residents of Greenville donated $18,774.68. Absolutely. And one individual that we want to mention, he's always been a huge supporter of us and the Crusade, and that's Stephen Beck. Unfortunately, Stephen Beck is not with us anymore, but his family has continued his donation, and they've collected and donated $2,256, and I tell you what, they always do an amazing job. So we have a couple of mentions that we want to point out. This is from Stephen Beck. We have $100 in memory of Paul McCauley, Sylvan Booth, Richard and Hilda Booth, and Stephen Beck from Juanita McCauley. $100 in memory of Julie Greer, John Schmidt, Stephen Beck from Nina Schmidt. $100 in memory of David Heelig and Stephen Beck from Evelyn Heelig. $51.80 in memory of Stephen Beck from Linda McCauley. $20 in memory of Stephen Beck from Joanne Kay. And $500 in memory of George and Carl Butler, Paul McCarley, and Stephen Beck from Mike and Carmel McCauley. And those were Stephen Beck's mentions of. So along with them, we have some additional. We have $50 in memory of David Dumeyer Sr., son of Cy Levette of the Crusade logo. Little interesting fact, he was a part of the creative team a number of years ago that was part of the original design of the Crusade logo. Thought that was pretty interesting.
I love that.
Yeah. Another $50 in memory of John Andrews and Jeremy and Nicholas Nungester from Debbie Nungester and Herman Beekler. $250 in memory of grandson William and in honor of all the grandkids from Mr. and Mrs. David Koppler. $2,000 in memory of Bill Hanka from Edith Hanka. Another $2,000 in memory of Bill Hanka from Barbara Hanka. And another $2,000 in memory of Bill Hanka from William Hanka. $30 in memory of Ray and Joyce Herthel from Terry and Marion Herthel. $10 in memory of Jim Page and in honor of Ron Korb from Cora Trippier. $25 in memory of Isaac Archibald from Gary and Dorothy Clark. $50 in memory of Joe Clemay from David and Melody Ashbacher. $100 in honor of Wilford Andrus family from Phyllis Andrus. $100 in memory of Joe Aldy from Ed and Virginia Guilford. $100 in memory of Ryan Hatfield from Samuel and Candace Hatfield. $200 in memory of Case Crewer from Anthony and Benita Crewer. $50 in memory of Jerry Reed and Susan Jones
from Jeff and Barbara Reed. $50 in memory of Herman Beekler from Doris and Dennis Beekler. $100 in memory of Herman Beekler from Shelley and Greg Stevenson. $100 in memory of Rex and Doris Kelly from Clayton and Sherry Knotts. $200 in honor of Christian and Mason Drescher and loving memory of Maya Drescher from the Dreschers. $1,000 in honor of Grace and Luke Howell, anonymous. $100 in honor of children Tony, Michelle, Mary, Glenn, and Bruce from Raymond and Shirley Koopman. $110 in memory of Kenneth Lozon from Jonathan, Heather, and Patrick Lozon. $250 in memory of two healthy children, Dale and Terry Rainbolt. $125 in memory of Sam Hopper, Alvin and Sharon Shirley. $300 in memory of Catherine Hadley from Don and Rose Williams. $50 in memory of Stephen Jones from Martha Jones. $50 in memory of Larry Bostock from the Bostock family. $25 in memory of Cindy Cook from Matthew and Caitlin Cook. $100 in memory of Barney and Irene Hammer from Wayne and Kelly Hammer. $100 in memory of John and Kenneth Lozon from Virgil and Doris Klein. $100 in thanksgiving of our grandson Jasper and all the Lafayette Township firefighters from Stephen and Alice Volpert. $100 in memory of Kelly Leachman from Eddie Leachman. $100 in memory of Myron Huth from Mark and Jenny Huth. $100 in memory of Richard Duffy from Mary Ann Duffy. And that's it.
It's a lot, and you've got a great grand total for us.
We do have a great grand total, and I am so grateful to get to announce it. But first, I want to thank all of our personnel and their families that helped us collect and dedicated numerous hours and a whole lot of effort. A special thank you to the Boy Scout Troop 4167. We couldn't have done it without them. I tell you what, those guys ran some streets, and they never tired. We'll put it that way. Great job. Thank you to our generous community and all the people who donated and for your patience at the roadblocks. Thank you. Thank you to all our food vendors and anyone else that we may have forgotten to mention. So, for 2022, the Lafayette Township Fire Protection District Crusade total is $92,777.31.
Oh my goodness. Congratulations, everybody. That's a huge total. That's great. Congratulations.
All right, and now
Every
we're going to get ready and
right?
dump in these coins here, Claudia.
Taste tester from the lemonade stand. Yay! Oh, then that's, yeah, right? What a celebration, right? That's a
definitely
huge total.
Over $92,000, and you can still donate as well. You can use your phone with PayPal, Cash App, or Venmo. You can tell Alexa, hey Alexa, donate to the WHAS Crusade for Children. You can donate by mail to 520 West Chestnut Street, Louisville, Kentucky, 40202, and also by phone 582-7511 or toll-free 1-888-382-7511. And Claudia, in my hand, I hold the grand total for cordon for this location for this year. Of course, we got to get to Harrison County first, so that's a little teaser for you guys. Coming up, we will have the grand total for our cordon location for this year. For now, with Claudia Coffee, I'm Alden German for the WHAS Crusade for Children.
Thank you, Alden. Appreciate that, as always. He and Claudia are doing well up there in Cordon, Indiana.
It seems like they're having a good time. We like to see that.
Did you see what just went through here a second ago? A gigantic Brinks truck.
The money truck.
I love that too, yeah. The money comes in, it doesn't matter if it's nickels, dimes, quarters, whatever it is. They all go to the WHAS Crusade for Children for special services for special needs children. And we've shown you many ways that these things go to work. We'll show you some more a little bit later on in the show. But just so you'll know, just in case you're new to this helps every county in Kentucky, and wherever the money's generated, it goes back to that area. And then about half of Indiana goes up through there, the lower half of Indiana, and wherever that money's generated goes back into those neighborhoods so that it serves the same people that donate. Pretty awesome.
Makes it really special.
Yeah, and we're going to thank some folks who have contacted us in various ways to continue the donations.
Yeah, so we can start with Greater Clark County School District. Terry, I actually was with them for the check presentation last year, but they told us this year they wanted to collect up until the very last second. So they couldn't even be here. They just sent it to us. They told us they give staff the option to automatically donate through payroll deductions or make a one-time donation. Their campaign begins early in May, and they offer great incentives for staff who decide to donate. They also say the Crusade's very generous to Greater Clark, so it's very fitting that they give right back to the Crusade. Their grand total is a really great one this year.
My goodness, from the Greater Clark County Schools?
That's right, from Greater Clark County Schools. For the WHAS Crusade for Children, it is $21,246.
Way to go. Thank you, Greater Clark County Schools. $21,246. Pretty astounding. All right, I'm going to read a few of the Venmos that come through. Everybody's got Venmo on their phone. Yeah, I bought your daughter a sandwich. You owe me $3.28. That's what happens. My wife's on Venmo all day long, sending money around to people. But we appreciate that you're using Venmo for this cause, the WHAS Crusade for Children. Deb Frames, thanks for $24.43. Amy Brennan, $25. Jonathan Bickle, $5. Tom Brown, thank you for $100 on Venmo. Lisa Daniel, $40. Kristen Robinson, another 10 spot. $50 from Card My Yard, East Louisville. That's those people who put those cool cards in your yard, like your birthday, anniversary.
Yeah.
Elizabeth Pack, $20. David Schultz, $25. Sherry Baird, $25. $150 from Carla Riddle. $200 from Kay Behringer. And thank you, Mary Pendleton, for your generous gift to the Crusade.
Here's another one. They hoped that they could be here, but they can't this year. So the Jefferson County Clerk's Office wanted us to read their donation. They wished us a very successful crusade, and they're certainly going to be a part of it with a big donation of $7,160.
Thank you, Bobby Holsclaw. Here are more people who've been very generous via Venmo. Carolyn Creamer, Susan Isselman, Dre Lapis, Francis Ford, Cheryl Geltmaker, Emily Griffin, Paul Hughes, $69. See what he did there? It's our 69th Crusade.
We told people to do that.
Bring it on, brother. Stephanie Lynch, Rick Jones, Joan Dalton, Nicole Clay, Michael Sands, Nancy Cochran, Amber Jones, Debbie Cotton, and Brian Goebel. Thank you all for your generosity to help special needs kids and their families through the WHAS Crusade for Children.
Okay, this one's really, really cute. This is a lemonade stand. It was little Owen who sold lemonade last weekend. His mom, Ashley Williams, sent us the note about it. And Terry, just how cute. Look how cute this is.
That's awesome.
A little boy in an apron with his little lemonade stand. He raised $100 for the WHAS Crusade. Very special.
All right, our tote board keeps climbing throughout the run of the Crusade for Children. By the way, kids that visit here get to wear one of these hats like I have. Pretty awesome, too. Plastic firefighter hat. Look at our total now, Shay. $3,562,354.78. Pretty strong, I'll tell you what. Way to go. We only have a few people here in the studio. Otherwise, you'd hear a lot of cheering after that announcement. I mean, that's a staggering number.
Yeah.
We do have volunteers that are helping us throughout this building, and there's some outside on break right now, too. And a lot of people are tied to the media, and they come and help us. Well, this next guy who's on, Bobby Jack Murphy, he's a longtime radio hero of this whole region. And he was on WAMZ for many, many years, and he works in Elizabethtown right now. And it's just a good soul. Now, he lost his wife not too long ago, and Bobby Jack and I have been contacting. I know he's been heartbroken, but I love it that he says, I still want to be a part of the crusade and take part of this.
We really love that, too.
Yeah. Bobby Jack, we appreciate you, brother. Take it away.
We also done a 50-50 that day, so that was $183. And this little lady here set up a lemonade stand. She made $112.
Awesome. That deserves a round of applause, you all. Absolutely, Caitlin. Way to go.
Let's see, Mark Shea donated 10. I had some donations come in with no name, $25, a $5. Terry Smith, he donated $1,000. Plastic Products, which is where I work, they donated $200. Terry Newton donated $500. We save all of our aluminum cans every year, so it made us $81 this year. Jonathan donated $22 because we had some totals come up and he wanted them even, so he throwed some more money in the pot. Marilyn Mullins donated $25 in memory of her son Dean. Tommy and Judy Blanford donated $25. Terry Naylor donated $200. Jonathan Riggs, in memory of his Uncle Tim, $100. Corey Thomas, Thomas and Son Trucking, donated $100. St. Joe, $23. We got little buckets set up in the stores. The Fifth Wheel, before they actually closed, $70. Blanford Store, $179.69 in their bucket. Bishop's Nursery, $100. Don Blanford, in honor of his grandson Ian, $100. Jackie's Recycle, $50. Marion County Physical Court, on Magistrate Craig Bishop's part, he donated $500. The county judge donated $200. Terry and Susan Mattingly donated $50. So our grand total is $7,097.92.
Let's repeat that. Raywick's grand total for this year's 69th annual Crusade for Children is $7,097.92.
Right.
That's awesome.
Great. Great. And
Thank
you
you,
can't do it
Chief.
with all the people.
Absolutely.
Gotta have the help.
Absolutely. Thank you, Chief.
Thank you.
Bobby Jack, looks like you've got a fine crew over there.
I do. Of course, you got one beside you. I love the folks at Raywick, drive through there quite often. And, of course, well, I make it to Gravel Switch quite often, too. And one of the last times I was at Gravel Switch, this fellow over here said, you know, we're going to be at the Crusade. We were up there at the station, weren't we? Yes, sir. Mighty fine food there, and I still ain't figured out how Carrie Dale, she must have just felt sorry for him to marry him. You're not going to touch that, are you?
No, I'm not going to touch that.
Yeah,
Not at all.
And if he's making the food next time I'm there, I'm not either.
Right.
Travis, of course, Gravel Switch, well, what end of the county? I don't know the north, south. I know it's before you get to Boyle County. I know where it is.
It is before you get to Boyle County.
All right. And we'll just leave it at that.
We'll just leave it southern end, southeast end.
Southeast end.
Yes,
all right.
southeast end.
Well, what's been going on at the Switch for Crusade number 69?
American County Fiscal Court donated us $700. The TW Wash Lodge held a breakfast. Well, it was $1,035. Rose Bowling in memory of Mikey Barr for $50. Ellen Shepardson for $40. Ralph and Sarah Beth Wright for $25. Kimberly Lewis was $25. And we had a yard sale, and we raised $680 from the yard sale, and bring us to a total of $4,276.70.
All right, do that total one more time for Gravel Switch and the Crusade for Children.
$4,276.70.
All right, where's that applause at, folks? Come on.
All right.
Let's find out who we got here, too.
All right.
Hi there.
Hey.
Hi.
Tell him your name.
Kayla.
Kayla Garrett. This is my
Kayla?
daughter.
All right.
That's Kevin.
Kevin Rogers. Michael Zimmerman.
There we go.
Corey Hafley.
All right. Well, we appreciate what you all do, and I know you've got wives and girlfriends and children that all make it possible. It's not just you, but these are the people that show up, and we appreciate everything that you. Yeah, they're over taking video. Let's smile for them real big. There you go. I'd kiss him, but boy, that would be it. But that's got Gravel Switch. Thank you. We'll see you guys again soon. And as we get Bryce over there, let me see who we talking to now.
Bobby Jack, we're just getting Bradfordsville here.
Bradfordsville. I have always made the joke, and I can do it because I'm over on this side. Bradfordsville, Kentucky, fine little community. I recently won a chili cook-off there at the Bradfordsville Baptist Church. Bradfordsville, Kentucky is not the end of the world, but you can see it from there.
But you better be careful because these are pretty big guys.
Oh, I know.
And
I'll
so,
stick Money Ray on it.
Yeah, you stay on that side over there. Now, tell me who we've got here. Let's introduce everybody.
Kevin Purdom.
Wesley Purdom.
Kyle Purdom.
You brought the whole family.
My fine men.
Absolutely. Now, Kevin, are you the chief at Bradfordsville?
I used to be.
Okay.
I give it up this past month at the meeting. I passed it off to another fine young man, Dustin Heck. He'll do well for us. I forgot to name my lovely wife over there, Amy.
Amy, come on out here with us.
She won't do it. She's camera shy.
Oh, okay. All right.
She keeps us together, though.
Well, you guys have been busy for Crusade this year. Tell us some things you've been doing.
One thing we've done was a roadblock right in town.
Okay.
3 days worth. 3 days all we've done.
Okay.
Everybody's busy with other things in life.
Absolutely. So let's tell us what you got here.
We'd like to thank everybody. First off, again, I'd like to thank all the firefighters and the individuals that contributed this year for the 2022 Crusade for Children. The firefighters, their families, worked the roadblock Thursday, Friday, and this morning.
And we can't do it without them, can we?
No, we cannot. We got $25 donations. We got Howard Weiser in memory of Alma Jean Weiser. We got $25 donations, Wanda Dixon. $25, Monty Ray and Pam Mullins. We got a $40 donation, Robert Ray and Kathy Weiser in memory of Tammy Weiser. $50 donations, we got Raymond and Mary Sherrill. We also got a $50 donation from Marvin and Emily Murphy in honor of Callum Mattingly. We got a $50 donation from Brother Delane and Runell Pinkston. We got a $50 donation from Sue Benningfield. Our last $50 donation, I take that back, one more after this one.
Yeah, we don't want to forget it.
Garland and Faith Carol Cochran in memory of Alma Jean Weiser, Tammy Weiser, and Rocky Weiser. And our last one for $50 is Casey and Tasha Bright in honor of Nora Bright. Starting for $100 donations, we got Brenda Weiser in memory of Johnny Chris Whitehouse. $100 donations, Philip and Penny Kirkland. $100 donations, Jody and Mary Jane Tungett. $100 donation, David and Kathy Gribbins. $100 donation, Kevin and Amy Purdom. $100 donation, Joshua and Caroline Bright in honor of Nora Bright. We also got another $100 donation from Keith and Melinda Bright in honor of Nora Bright. We got a $100 donation from Charlotte and Tony Purdom in memory of Patsy Kirkland. And we'd like to thank the New Life Christian Church Youth Group birthday collections, $156. We had a $200 anonymous. We had $200 from Marion County Fiscal Court. I'd like to thank them folks. We had somebody drop by the firehouse this morning early and give us $250. Thanks a lot. I don't know who you are, but we appreciate it. The Bradfordsville Baptist Church got $270. We got $500 from our magistrate, Joe Pat Kirkland. Thank you, Joe Pat. He's also a firefighter with us. And we got the last $500 donations from Dustin Heck and Caitlin Miles in honor of Nora Bright.
Now that one from Bradfordsville Baptist Church, isn't that where Bobby Jack said he won the chili contest?
I do got bad news for you, though, brother.
Uh-oh.
The country store is up for sale.
Oh, no, because I was going to talk about that next.
Yes, July.
What, you ready to go into partnership?
No, sir.
So our grand total from Bradfordsville.
Bradfordsville Fire Department 2022 WHS Crusade for Children total is $4,339.67.
All right. For the 69th Annual Crusade for Children from Bradfordsville, that's $4,339.67. Thank you so much, and it's good to see you again.
Nice to see you, too.
Awesome. Thank you all. Hey, well, Bryce, you and I were talking before we left it. We were going to have to get together and go to dinner, and I got to think, I said, well, where would we go? And the country store was where I was planning. So we're going to have to do this quick since they've already.
We may have to.
We may have to. Well, let's see. We'll go from that end of the county, Bradfordsville. We're going to head back down towards the Raywick area. We're getting out towards Nelson County, and you got to get down to, well, I guess you can go on into LaRue, but We're talking Loretto, Kentucky. And it's Charlie.
Yes, sir.
But your brother's name?
Paul Harvey.
Paul Harvey. Good day?
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
not the same one, no.
No, sir.
Okay.
No, sir.
Because I was going to let you do that Farmer's Creed, and
I
you know.
understand.
All right. Well, I know we got, and of course, over here. Bobby Joe.
Right.
So we were already Bobby Jack, Bobby Joe. We got Charlie. Yeah, and then you look at Ricky down there making sure that Loretto is in good shape.
Yes, sir. We have $150 in memory of Mark Mattingly. $100 in memory.
Do that again. Come on. All right, I like that.
$100 in memory of Tim Fowler. We got $1,000 in memory of Pikey Derringer, and $125 donated by Ricky Mattingly in memory of Ronnie Boblet. And our grand total for Loretto is $7,047.27.
All right, $7,047.27. All right, and we've already got the money here and in. Now, roadblocks, what all did you get into?
Roadblocks, we had a motorcycle ride that turned out pretty good for us, so that's probably about it.
Okay. Well, hey, you can't beat that. And, of course, any big plans for next year?
Try to beat our total again.
I'm thinking what you're going to do is maybe roam up to around the amp and Dance Carlson, catch some people going in, and maybe we can talk them into having a crusade night.
Absolutely.
Yeah. We'll let Ricky Mattingly sing.
He can.
Oh, yeah. Dance too. But again, we appreciate that. Thank you all so much for coming out today. Appreciate it. Bobby, good one. Yes, sir.
And we've got an up-and-coming firefighter here, I believe, down there holding that sign.
Let's find out who he is. Oh, look at there. Who is this?
Say Hayden.
Hi, Hayden.
Bardstown's future chief, aren't you?
Bardstown's future chief. I'm liking that already. Well, while you've got that, and since Bryce is kind of in a good area, I'll be your cue card.
Absolutely. And, folks, while y'all are out there watching, sitting at home while we're getting all this, toll free, you can call and make a donation, 1-888-382-7511. And just like we were talking about in Hardin County, there are newfangled ways for you to be able to donate now.
Now, that is a word for Hardin County, newfangled.
And, you can follow us online at WHAScrusade.org and make a donation there. You can go and use your cell phone and pick up Venmo, your Cash App, PayPal, or Apple Pay, or even scan the QR code on your screen and make a donation that way. Or my favorite way, like we talked about the other day, Alexa, make a donation. Now, there's no telling how many households I just made a donation for saying that. Alexa makes a $500 donation.
I never thought about it. You did, though, didn't you?
I just said that over the air live.
Yes.
But you all can do that. And so, Bobby Jack, I've got another fire department over
All
there.
right, you head over there towards Lebanon. I know it very well, and I know that young man in that yellow T-shirt.
We're live. You go ahead. You hold that, Vanna. You hold that sign for us. And
I'm trying to be Vanna, but I'm trying to get all my Marion County people together so that we can do our.
There we go.
Marion County grand total.
From Lebanon, Chief.
Yes, sir. Chris Coyle.
Chris, good to meet you. You've been busy.
Have been, sure have been.
I noticed this tan on your face tells me you've been out working a roadblock.
That's a Crusade tan, yes, sir.
Absolutely. So tell us what you've had going.
Okay, this year the Lebanon Fire Department made contacts and visits to businesses, commercial and industrial locations. Roadblocks were set up at various times and locations. We had several walk-ins at the fire station as well. We had several calls for donation pickups, which we are more than happy to do so. And now it's time to recognize some of the donations that we got.
Cool. Let's see what you got here.
Starting with the $25 donations, we got Adams Pharmacy, Joseph Benningfield, Steve and Sheila Wheatley, and Donald and Camille Talbert. $40 donations, we got Family Traditions and Framing. $50 donations, we got Captain D's Restaurant, Wendy's Restaurant, Fisher Funeral Home, Dr. Bob Smith and Dr. Brooke Nelson Dentistry. We have Isaac Tatum Construction, DNR Oil, Fuel Total Systems, Kentucky Corporation, Lebanon Power and Apparatus Company. Also, for $50 donations, we got Nyla and Errol Sandusky. We got Darren and Heather Thompson, Gerard Flanagan, Bill and Connie Mattingly, Eva Joe and Greg Nugent, Jimmy and Carlotta Richardson, Robbie Lynch, Donnie and Michelle Farmer, and Tyler and Abby Farnham.
And not everybody knows who Robbie Lynch is, do they?
That's right, Bobby Jack. Yes, sir. There he is right there looking at us, isn't he? Okay, moving on to $75 donations, we got Lebanon Jewelry and Gift. Under $100 donations, we got Lawson's Tractor and Implement, Nutrient Ag Solutions, Energy Insurance Agency of Lebanon, Flanagan's, Freedom Tire and Auto Center, Langford Service Center. We have Central Kentucky Plumbing Electrical Supply, People's Bank, Lebanon Family Dental Care, Pat's Pharmacy, Canton Wood Products Company, S&L Body Shop, May Empowerment Agency, Alu Trim North American Corporation, CarQuest of Lebanon. They also had a customer donation bucket on the counter that made $38.15 in cash. We got Bishop Nursery and Landscaping, Southall Pharmacy, and Hip Construction. Another set of $100 donations. We got John and Annette Glasscott, Mark and Lisa Mattingly, Bobby and Debbie Rakes, William and Mary Burris. We got Marianne also. We got Deanna Barden, Jamie and Charles C. Garrett. We got Dr. David and Jody George, James and Sharon Harden, Susan Garrett, James and Michelle Reynolds, Alan and Patricia Lanham, Larry Snooks Mattingly, Craig and Mary Lou Farnham, Blake and Christy Blanford. $150 donations, we got Lopers Floral, Johnny and Ann Thompson. $175 donations, Farmers National Bank. $200 donations, we got Bossy's Funeral Home, Hendrickson Truck Commercial Vehicle Systems, and Martha and Stephen Spalding. $250 donations, Lebanon Oak Flooring, American Wood Fibers, Central Kentucky Tool, Citizens National Bank, Lisa and Allie Martin, Darren and Ida Spalding. $500 donations, we have Jarbo Accounting Firm, Lebanon Kiwanis Foundation. We got New Innovative Resources, Daryl Smith. We also have $1,050 from B&D Pressure Washing. That's Justin Elder and Blake Thompson, who are actually on the firefighters of the Lebanon Fire Department as well. We got a $3,000 donation from the First Christian Church. We have a $8,500 donation from Kentucky Cooperage Company. Also from the Marion County Fiscal Court donations, we got Judge Executive David Daugherty with $200, Magistrate Judy Tate Blackwell with $1,000, Magistrate Craig Bishop $250, and Magistrate Larry Cowell $500. Anonymous donors, we got a $75, we have $250, a $2,000, and another $2,000 anonymous donations. I'm just about done here. In memory of, we got $100 from Phillips Repair in memory of Ike, Norma, Janet, and Triana Phillips. $100 from Philip and Karen Godey in memory of James Paul, Henrietta Godey, and C.W. Farmer. $100 from Gayla Kelly in memory of Tommy Kelly and Marion and Joyce Payne. $100 from police officers Tim Abel and Scott Manley in memory of Sheriff Deputy Anthony Rakes. $100 from J.R. Stables, Rayfield Spalding in memory of Bobby Joe and Steve Spalding. $200 from Larry and Sharon Sissel in memory of Charles Leo and Mayola Sissel. $200 from Irvin Abel in memory of his sister Tootie and her daughter Jerry May, both passed away last year due to COVID. We have a $237.48 from Gordon Lewis Watson. Gordon Lewis Watson has been handicapped since he was 15 months old. He's been a resident of Springfield Nursing Rehab since 2005. His money is donated in memory of his parents, Lewis and Eva Watson, who donated their lives caring for him. We have a $500 donation from Robert and Sandra Ballard in memory of Debbie Livers. I would like to thank the Lebanon firefighters for their time and efforts. Once again, you guys have come through. Thanks, and I appreciate it. I also would like to thank those people who share their stories with us on their crusade, who has done for them so much positive information that was shared. That inspired and motivated for us to keep on going. We know that we were doing the right thing with our time and efforts.
And we know that makes it all worth it, doesn't it?
Yes, sir, it does. Keeps us going. Thanks for all the business, commercial, and industrial friends of the Crusade. And thanks to everyone who gave for our roadblocks. You did you did make a difference. Thanks to Joanne Wiley for stopping at a roadblock with drinks and snacks, and I want to thank you for that. Also, thank you to Wendy's Restaurant for cool refreshments, and someone brought by donuts this morning. I would like to also thank Citizens National Bank workers for counting our coins, which is a great help to us as well. Thanks, Citizens National Bank. Now getting on to the total for Lebanon Fire Department.
You want to take a deep breath?
Sure.
I need a deep breath after all that.
From the Lebanon Fire Department, Crusade 2022, we have a total of $41,222.
Wow. So let's compare that to 2021.
Last year we had a banner year at $41,046. We're up about almost $200.
And so this year, 2022, $41,222. $222.
Yes, sir.
I'll get that right here. Bang up job, man. Congratulations.
Thank you.
I taught Chris everything he knows.
You did, didn't you, Bob?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah. But you know, Chris, you would appreciate this
I
because.
had to check my figures.
Oh, okay. But as we're all crowding in here because we're going to go with a total for Marion County. But as you were talking, and my buddies over here started moving in on Bryce, I could tell with his law enforcement background, he was starting to get a little nervous.
I saw these guys coming up behind me, and I didn't know exactly what was going on there for a minute.
So the total for Marion County that you brought into the Crusade today was?
For Marion County, which would include Loretto Fire Department, Raywick Fire Department, Gravel Switch Fire Department, Bradfordsville Fire Department, and Lebanon Fire Department. For a total of Marion County is $63,981.
$63,000 for Marion County coming in here today.
That is great.
Thank you all so much.
Do we know?
So this is our newest addition.
Yes.
To the Crusade team here at our remote in Bardstown. Terry, TJ, and Brianna, and you want to introduce?
This is Raylan Scroggum.
Raylan is Terry and Tammy's. It's helped us forever.
Yes.
Their first grandbaby.
That may help.
This may help. But what I've done is I've jumped the boat just like Dad would have.
I'm watching Terry over there.
So Terry was wanting to make sure we got her into the Crusade today. So I snuck and got Mom and Dad and got her up here before he could. So now I'm going to pay the price. But this is our newest addition to our crew.
Well, how old were you, do you remember, when you first started joining us here at the Crusade?
Mom was just talking about it, and she said I started at 5 months old.
5 months old. Isn't that something?
So at 5 months old, I was feeding him sweet tea and strawberry pie. So I've got to uphold my tradition. So you got about 4.5 months. All right,
we'll have to get that on tape, that's for sure. All right, thank you all so much. I don't want to upset things because, but I need to say something here real quickly because I don't know if you need Ricky to come in here to support you up, but I did not get to make it here last year to be a part of the Crusade because I was with my wife.
Sure.
Who was ill at the time, and it did not end well there. But one of the main reasons that I hated missing it, it was the first year that your dad, Ronnie, was not a part of it.
Yes. And we missed you greatly. And you and Dad have done this for so long, and I am just glad to be a part. And we're going to carry on his and her tradition, and we're going to make this the best Crusade crew and the best Crusade remote ever.
Amen on that one. I know Ronnie's got to be happy.
Talking about my buddy.
Yep.
Talking about your buddy. And because I remember before I really got to know Ronnie and Terry and Tammy and the whole, I thought for a long time they were your dad's grandkids.
Yes. I mean, they grew up with Dad. We grew up together. He adopted Terry when he started to the fire department.
Yep.
And I just got another brother. And so we've grew up together. We've done the Crusade together for as long as they can remember. Terry and Tammy's two boys, we had them right here with us, just like Ray Lynn, and we're going to carry the tradition.
And, you know, last year, Reed, Yaden, and myself, you all talked about this last year, and so, but we did miss Bobby Jack awfully bad.
It is glad to have you back. We wouldn't. It's not the same without you. Not to say that we didn't carry on, but glad to have you back.
Well, good to be here, and I'm just sorry I couldn't be here for Ronnie that first year.
I understand.
All right. Well, I tell you what, I'm
going
going
to New Hope. Go ahead.
I'll go to New Hope, and then you can set up over
Absolutely.
here. We'll let Lebanon get out of the way.
Absolutely.
Because Chris is an important man.
He's got to get back and take
I mean, you know, Marcia may need to call, Tim. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. See you later, boss. All right, let's go over to New Hope. There we go. So again, Crusade for Children, we continue to remind you that if you haven't made it through a roadblock, and I know I have passed through several as I've been kind of traveling around from getting off at 65 to Springfield and through Lebanon and, you know, around the Hardin County area. And I know a lot of people, and I'm going to say this real quickly before we get to New Hope, a lot of people sometimes get a little aggravated. We live in a fast-paced world. We're always in a hurry. And sometimes those roadblocks slow you down when you're trying to get somewhere. Just asking you to, when you come upon, if you're planning on giving or you can't, take a deep breath and give to the crusade. And one thing I learned many years ago, one of the best ways, because sometimes I always felt a little guilty of not giving to everybody, buy you some rolls of quarters and you can just drop them in no matter where you go and spread the wealth around. Now, you are
Michael Wright.
All right, Michael. Who you got helping you?
This is Mason Johnson.
Hi, Mason.
You okay?
Yes, sir.
Mason, tell me who's up in the truck.
That is our captain, James, and his 3 kids.
All right. Captain, thank you very much. All right, so New Hope, what's been going on down there as we're getting ready for Crusade 69 and the money that's coming in from this part?
So down in New Hope, it's been an awesome year. We've done a kickball tournament in honor of Crusade for Children, which is also in honor of one of our firefighters, Jason Robeck, that was killed in a car accident a couple years ago. So we always do that every year. We donate the money to Crusade for Children. I have an awesome team here that's been out day in, day out, sun up to sundown, doing roadblocks, you know, collecting money. The community down there has been awesome in giving. So we truly just thank everybody that's given this year. Even as through pandemics, funds have been tight on some people, but still the community has come together to give what they can and support the kids. And that's what it's all about, is supporting this cause that is going to support all these children.
Well said, sir.
So other than that, I mean, it's been a great year. I mean, in cash total, we had $2,700 even. 1,822 of that was in cash, 203 of that was in coin collection, and 425 was in check totals. So, and our kickball tournament that we had teams come out, we raised $250 from that. So again, it's been an awesome year. The community, the kickball tournaments, departments, you know, everybody's working hard this year to give back. I know a couple years ago, we wasn't able to go live and do remotes. So getting back into the normal things is what this community in New Hope is all about. Supporting one another, supporting the fire department, supporting what we truly love. And we truly love our kids in that area. So we was honored to be a part of this, honored to give back to our community, and just honored to be a part of a county district-wide that all the departments, all the community to work together to give back to the Crusade for Children.
Awesome. Well, I know you got a total there. We haven't gotten to it yet for New Hope.
Yes, sir.
All right. For the WHAS Crusade for Children, it's the 69th year. What are we putting in this box?
We are putting $2,700 in this box today.
Awesome. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. You did well, sir, and I noticed when we had that little medical emergency, you hopped right in. You looked like you knew what you were doing.
And that's one of the things in the community, whether it's my department, a neighboring department, a neighboring agency, we all work together. And that's what Bardstown and Nelson County districts do, is we work together just to get the job done. It's not our emergency, it's their emergency. And together we work together to help that emergency become better.
Awesome. Thank you very much, sir. I appreciate it. So,
we love all of our team at the WHAS Crusade for Children and the extension with Republic Bank. It's been such a great marriage for us over this last decade to have these great people from Republic Bank support our efforts at the WHAS Crusade for Children. Kyle Coulion's over here. Here's the new CEO. He's been at it a year and a half, Logan Pichelle. And Steve Traeger, you're the guy that helped put all this together. As executive chairman now here at Republic Bank, first off, thank you.
Well, we're a Louisville bank, there's nothing more Louisville than the Crusade for Children. We all grew up with it. We all have seen over many years the good that it's done in our community. So as a local bank, it's been with great pride and pleasure that we could be such an active participant in all the great work that the Crusade does.
Yeah, and Logan, your employees come to help us, and obviously you save us a lot of, other costs that we would otherwise have to pay, but your Republic team comes in and they're fantastic.
Well, I've learned a lot in my year and a half here with Republic Bank, and one word stands out about the Traeger family and Republic Bank, and that's caring. And that's what our associates are doing. They're caring for the community. That's what Republic Bank stands for. It's caring for our customers, our associates, and the communities that we work and live in.
So, Kyle, what kind of a team do you put together here? How many people come and help us?
We put about a team of 30 people together that counts every dollar that is put in a boot and all the checks that come through that day. So over a 12-hour day, we count typically around $500,000 in cash.
That's unbelievable. And also, I don't think you have any problem finding volunteers, right?
No, I send out the email, and within probably a day or two, I've got a full list of people that ask, can I do more than one shift? Can I do the whole day? And it's incredible the excitement that it buzzes.
That's kind of the spirit of what happens with this bank, right, Steve?
That's the difference maker. We have a lot of people who care, and I think they know how much we care about them and the community.
Indeed. And Logan, obviously, everybody knows you're a huge Detroit Lions fan.
That's right.
And so you know that we're all pulling for you to have a good year this year. But every year with the Crusade, we win the Super Bowl. Yeah. This is such an amazing thing that happens. Really, seriously, people come from other cities and ask us, how in the world do you put this Crusade for Children together? And so it inspires all of us to keep working harder to make it the best telethon in America.
Well, I just saw that Louisville has a Super Bowl every year with the Derby event, which was so fantastic. And then this just adds on to it. Again, just this commitment to the community that Louisville has is fantastic.
All right. Well, we appreciate you guys so much. And in addition to all the people that come and help us in so many ways with their great attitudes, I think there's some money that Kyle's hiding over there, too. So you guys want to make this presentation?
Sure. Kyle?
Yeah, on behalf of Republic Bank, we're proud to present $10,000 to the Crusade for Children.
We appreciate each and every one of you at Republic Bank and everybody that wants to jump in and be a part of our team. This is so helpful. And we can't thank you enough for everything you do. Thanks so much, Steve, Logan, Kyle. Appreciate you guys. Let's go, Republic Bank. Thanks for being part of the family. We all right here? Okay, good. Well, thanks, me. I think my son told me to say that, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
My son, Max, is a director here, too. He's saying funny things in our ears, too. That's Shay McAllister. That's Father Martin. That's Brian Reynolds from the Archdiocese of Louisville, and Father Joe Graffis is on our Crusade for Children team. We sure appreciate when the Archdiocese of Louisville shows up for the WHAS Crusade for Children. And of course, we have a new Archbishop. He'd like to have a word with you.
I'm Archbishop Shelton Faub, Archbishop of Louisville, and I'm pleased to greet the community and thank you for the nearly 70 years of support for the Crusade for Children, this wonderful collection that benefits children with special needs. I sincerely wish that I could have been here in person, but I had a prior pastoral commitment this weekend which prevented me from being present with you. I also want to thank our Catholic parishioners who have supported the Crusade for Children from its very beginning. Parishes love the friendly competition that this weekend brings, and our Catholic schools are very grateful for the resources to assist students provided by the Crusade. The enthusiasm of everyone involved with the Crusade speaks volumes about the compassion and care of people in Central Kentucky. Congratulations on all that you have accomplished for the young people through the Crusade for Children. May God bless you and continue to give success to the work of your hands.
Thanks so much, Archbishop. We really appreciate it and glad that you are here and are the leader of our Catholic community. And Brian Reynolds, it's great of you guys to make sure that the Archbishop knew about the Crusade for Children right away.
He asked right about it. He was sorry he couldn't be here this year. He'll be here in the future.
Good deal. But he understands the impact it has on this community.
Absolutely. He heard from our parishes right away. Archbishop, are you going to be there this year? So they know about it. Yep.
Oh, yeah. Good stuff. On another question, are our Catholic picnics going to be back in full voice this year?
Oh, you better believe it. They are all
We need these, Brian. This is part of life.
That's right. That's right. Cake wheels and all.
All right.
Wait, the neighborhood doesn't sound right unless you have that weekend where you hear everybody and they're all running to the church on the corner to have a good time.
There you go.
Appreciate that. Father Joe, as always, we appreciate you and everything you've done to help us with this crusade for so long.
Well, thanks. We're really excited that we might be out of COVID soon. That would be helpful to our panel board because we've been doing everything by Zoom. I'm tired of Zoom. But even some of our meetings. So hopefully this next year will be an even better year for the crusade.
Well, we appreciate all that you guys do and that you are a part of our crusade family. Father Martin, I hear that you get to do the big crescendo finish. So Brian's going to do some of the talking here first and let us know, or who's reading the parish list?
I got the list.
Turn it to Brian first.
Brian Reynolds. Okay, go ahead, sir.
This is a great list.
I love it.
List. Okay, All Saints in Taylorsville Parish, $437. Annunciation in Shelbyville, $898. Ascension Parish, $2,954. Cathedral the Assumption, $2,006. Christ the Healer down in Edmonton, Kentucky, $39. Christ the King in Louisville, $125. Christ the King in Tompkinsville, $40. Epiphany Parish, $3,410. Good Shepherd Parish, $694. Holy Cross in Loretto, Kentucky, $455. Holy Family Parish, $1,344. Holy Name in Louisville, $350. Holy Name of Mary in Calvary, Kentucky, $1,370. Holy Rosary in Springfield, $242. Holy Spirit in Louisville, $3,680. Holy Trinity, your stomping grounds, $7,780. Immaculate Conception in Culvertown, $534. And here's our surprise. Immaculate Conception in LaGrange is not only the largest giver outside of Jefferson County, they're the largest giver in the whole Archdiocese for the first time ever. Father Robert Barnell, Holy Immaculate Conception LaGrange, $13,167.
Nice going over there. We appreciate that.
Incarnation, $2,546. Mary Queen of Peace, $1,498. Most Blessed Sacrament, $1,635. Our Lady of Fatima in Phillipsburg, $55. Our Lady of Lourdes, $2,411. Our Lady of Mercy in Hodgenville, $105. Our Lady of Mount Carmel, $420. Our Lady of Perpetual Help down in Campbellsville, $349. Our Lady of the Hills in Findlay, $90. Our Mother of Sorrows, $1,381. St. Agnes, $3,170. St. Albert the Great, $8,225. That's the third largest in Jefferson County.
Outstanding.
St. Aloysius in Pee Wee Valley, $2,399. St. Aloysius in Shepherdsville, $880. St. Ambrose in Cecilia, $2,251. St. Anne's in Howardstown, $596. St. Athanasius, $4,967. St. Augustine in Lebanon, that's the third highest outside of Jefferson County at $3,607. St. Bartholomew, $1,563. St. Benedict's in Lebanon Junction, $510. St. Bernadette, $3,314. St. Bernard's, $2,754.
I'm so glad you have more pages.
I got a lot.
A lot of good news on each one of them.
Absolutely. St. Boniface, 100. St. Bridget, 470. St. Bridget in Vine Grove, 1,382. St. Catherine, New Haven, 785. St. Charles in St. Mary's, Kentucky, 65. St. Christopher's in Radcliffe, 1,052. St. Dominic, Springfield, 2,020. St. Edward's, 320. St. Elizabeth Ann Seton, 1,074. St. Elizabeth of Hungary, 215. St. Francis of Rome, 2,030. St. Francis of Assisi, 1,909. St. Francis of Assisi down in St. Francis, Kentucky, 617. St. Francis Xavier in Mount Washington, $620. St. Gabriel's, $4,407. St. Gregory's in Samuel's, $2,485. St. Helens in Glasgow, $934. St. Ignatius Martyr, $455. St. Ignatius White Mills, $458. St. James in Louisville, $275. St. James in E-Town, that's the second highest outside of Jefferson County, at $8,204. St. John Paul II, $3,577. St. John the Apostle in Brandenburg, $50. St. John Vianney, $525. St. Joseph Louisville, $260. St. Joseph Proto Cathedral in Bardstown, $1,950. St. Lawrence, $1,925. St. Leonard's, $1,501. St. Louis Bertrand, $5,122. St. Luke's, $95. St. Margaret Mary, the largest in Jefferson County, at $10,058.
Outstanding.
St. Martha's, second highest in Jefferson County, $8,945. St. Martin of Tours, $706. St. Martin of Tours in Vine Grove, $1,562. St. Mary Magdalene in Painville, $566. St. Michael's Louisville, $2,568. St. Michael's Fairfield, $209. St. Monica Bardstown, $123. St. Patrick's, $3,269. St. Paul's, $889. St. John the Apostle, $2,373. St. Raphael's, $4,553. St. Rita's, $225. St. Rose in Springfield, $1,336. St. Stephen Martyr, $2,012. St. Teresa of Calcutta Parish, $876. St. Teresa's in Rodelia, $524. And St. Thomas in Bardstown, $1,841. St. Thomas More, $195. St. Vincent de Paul in New Hope, $272. St. William's, $1,000. St. Simon and Jude, $1,357. That's the list.
Pretty fantastic.
Very
Brian.
impressive, very impressive.
Well, Father Martin, I guess you have some good news for us to cap off here.
I do have some good news, but Terry, if I could say one thing before I give the total for this year. The Archdiocese, the good folks of the Archdiocese, since 1955, have been participating and contributing to the Crusade for Children, very important to all of us in our community. I don't think it's going to be too long that we will reach the $9 million mark. Wow. And I know that the Archbishop will be here on that day that we can announce that good news.
Very nice.
But for this afternoon, I'm happy to report, at least now, more will come in as the next few days pass. But for the contribution from the good folks of the Archdiocese of Louisville, $211,558.
Come on, let's go. $211,558 from the Archdiocese of Louisville. Thank you, and thanks to everybody in all the parishes. We really appreciate you guys. Thank you, Martin. Appreciate it. Brian, Joe, thanks so much, buddy.
Thanks for what you do.
Thank you
All
so
right.
much.
We sure appreciate all the parishes throughout the county.
Thank you.
And Dawn is going to step in here. I understand maybe we have she's got a little hardware in her hand. Or is it? Volunteers. Okay, good. Okay, very good. We're going to bring in volunteers over here. You guys get to watch this.
Thank you.
Thank you guys so much.
Volunteer
Thank
award
you.
over here.
Well, the thing is, we can't do the crusade without volunteers.
Yeah, of
you
course.
know that. We rely so much on people who donate their time, their energy, their talents. And the interesting thing to me about the crusade has been that people come and they stay. It's just remarkable. And not only do they stay, they get their families involved. So we have generational volunteers here at the crusade. And today is pretty special because we have somebody who's been here for 50 years.
Is it Shay? I don't think Shay's been. She's not 50 years old.
Not yet, Terry.
Oh my goodness, I know this name. That person's in this room.
He is.
Charlie Strickland is his name. Come this way, Charles. Charlie Strickland, ladies and gentlemen, longtime employee here, and his family is here to see him. Welcome over, Charlie.
Coming in.
Talk to Shay over there.
Thank you very much. I'm surprised, yes, very much. It's What can I say? It's been one of my joys in life to be able to work with the Crusade. It's been 22 years now since I took early retirement from WHAS, and every year it's just come back to the Crusade. It's just, I can't imagine being anywhere else on this day.
That's the beauty of it. A lot of people, when they retire, they say, I'm still hanging with the Crusade.
Right.
Nobody retires from the Crusade.
Yeah, I don't know a more worthwhile cause that anybody could be part of.
Good.
And your family.
Yeah, beautiful family all here gathered. That's
They
so
all
nice.
volunteer.
We appreciate all of them, all the Stricklands who learned.
They've been working for the Crusade since they were kids, out gathering money from the neighborhood, and then joining in working in the elevator downtown. And all these things.
So I think we have 3 generations here of
yes,
Stricklands.
We do.
All volunteered.
Right.
And you started that, so thank you.
Well, thank you.
All right, Charlie, there you go. Nice award. Nice hardware, brother.
Okay, thanks.
All right, thank you. Yay! Charlie Strickland and family. Hi, Trudy. Good to see everybody. Thank you all for volunteering. We appreciate all of you with your volunteer badges. Good to see you, Trudy, sweetie.
Thank you.
It's the WHAS Crusade for Children, and it's the 69th edition of the WHAS Crusade for Children. A little while ago, you saw Bobby Jack Murphy on his remote at, I think he was at Bardstown today, but there's a special tribute for him that we want you to see and hear now.
Welcome, everybody, to the Elizabethtown City Council regular meeting for
February 7th is now and forever proclaimed Bobby Jack Murphy Day in Elizabethtown.
City of Elizabethtown proclamation from the Office of the Mayor, whereas Bobby Jack Murphy has been...
Mayor Jeffrey Gregory presented the official proclamation to Bobby Jack in front of a crowd in the City Hall chambers. Bobby Jack is ending his 40-plus year career in radio to spend more time with family, and the community wants to make sure he knows how much they love him. This doesn't mean he's retiring from his love and commitment to community service. Bobby Jack is a huge supporter and treasured part of the WHAS Crusade for Children. For the last 40 years, he's been involved with the Crusade for Children in one way or another, most notably dedicating his time and talents to the remote broadcast with firefighters, bringing in their donations on Crusade weekend. This is a tradition that he plans on continuing for years to come.
And then our very own treasure chest.
To say thank you to this Crusade treasure, President and CEO Don Lee presented Bobby Jack with his own Crusade treasure chest filled with all kinds of goodies. His dedication to helping special needs children in Kentucky and Indiana is greatly appreciated.
I enjoy giving back. What I do for the Crusade is minimal. The heroes are the firefighters that are out collecting in the heat and the rain and the water and still serving their communities. So for me, just to do that little part, I appreciate y'all allowing me to be a part of it.
Well, you make everything a great time, so thank you.
Bobby Jack also received an appreciation plaque from the Elizabethtown Police Department for his years of support, and lastly, a key to the city from the mayor. Not bad for a 10-year-old Marion County kid that thought it would be cool to be a DJ.
Beth, Casey, Missy, Brooklyn, Waylon,
Corey, Michael.
Huh. When he said Waylon, I thought you'd say Willie. Well, I can tell that if you're holding the papers, you're going to be talking about what Bardstown has done for the Crusade.
I am.
All right.
We have a few in memory of, so patrons in memory of Ron Bridge, $1,000. Stephen and Krista Foster in memory of Ron Bridge, $200. Billy and Kay Mattingly in memory of Lincoln Timmons for $100. Matt and Trina Moore in memory of Leland Timmons, $100. In honor of Bo and Becky Downs, in honor of their son Danny Downs, $150. Joseph Mattingly in honor of the kids, $50. And then our checks, we have Fred and Pat Hagan, $1,000. Donald Kirsch, $500. Charles and Margaret Downs, $300. David Curry, $200. Pat and Angie Kirsch, $100. Richard and Beverly Lewis, $100. John and Cindy Hutchins, $100. Michael and Wanda Veach, $100. Jack and Wilma Woff, $100. Alice Mudd, $100. John and Lori Mudd, $100. John and Lori Mudd, Connie, Mike, Kathy, and Chris, $100. We want to say thank you to our businesses. American Fuji Seal, the warehouse, they donated $1,300. Bardstown Bourbon, $108. AutoZone, as well as Advanced Auto Parts, donated for the car wash supplies that we have. And then other fundraising, we had 2 car washes that made $1,450, and then our pork chop sale, $4,039.
That's a lot of money on pork chops.
Yes, it is. And then we also have some from the city of Bardstown. So Marilyn Sparks, $25. Richard Kalin, $25. Ann King and Kimberly Tagg, $100. Trudy and Donald Mattingly in memory of Leroy Ballard, $100. Kathy Height, $100. Ken and Becky Hatfield, $100 in memory of Leroy Ballard. Christopher Hansley, $139 in memory of Officer Jason Ellis. 139 is his badge number. Crystal Rogers, Tommy Ballard in the Netherlands. Dick Heaton, $200. Ronnie Custom Care, $200. Stephen and Terry Beck, $250. And then Charles and, I'm going to butcher this name, Dorinda Sharp, $500.
You was trying to make it more difficult than what it was. And he jumped right in there, back jump. Yeah.
It's a good husband. So our total for Nelson County Fire Department for 2022 was $14,696 and a penny. And then we're adding in Bardstown City Fire Department at $21.46, which brings our grand total to $18,969 and a penny.
All right. Congratulations. Thank you so much. All right. Well, I tell you what, got a good crew here. I'm loving those orange shirts.
What was that final total?
Do it one more time for us.
$18,969 and a penny.
And it's like you said, so many, we're seeing so much cooperation with the fire department. So that is, not only, you got Bardstown City and
Nelson County.
So we got a good thing there. Yes, sir.
So now we're going to bring everybody back in from Nelson County.
Okay.
And do the grand total for the whole county.
Okay, let's bring them in here.
Come on in, Nelson County.
If you're a proud member of the Nelson County area, gather around.
So for the departments from Nelson County, a grand total of $74,193.32 from the Nelson County.
From Nelson County.
Awesome.
Right.
Coming to the Crusade.
Now we're going to take it up one more step, though, Bryce.
We're going to take it up and we're going to thank our crew, or my crew that's helped me today. My son, Hunter, my wife, Missy, Terry and Tammy that's been with me and with Dad for as long as we can remember. Now we've got a new member, Miss Raylynn. You all got to step up and take care of her and keep her in the Crusade.
Has she already been measured for turnout gear?
She will be. My Grandma and Grandpa said I got 4 or 5 months before I can start messing with her. So we're going to get that shortly. And Ricky from Lebanon is over here hiding. He's always taking care of us. He's always supporting us. I don't know why you still standing over, but you need to be over here with the rest of us.
It's because there's shade over there. He's a lot smarter than he looks.
He was the smartest one out of the bunch.
He could be smarter than me and you, couldn't he? Because without him and without his support and Dad's support and your support and the support of the WBKI, the WHAS crew, our photographers, everybody that's come out here to help us at Nelson County Remote, our Bardstown Remote, but it's all for the kids. We're here to send money to the Crusade to help the kids of our communities and of the state of Kentucky.
And
Awesome.
Kevin, we're glad to have Bobby Jack with us back this year.
Well,
Thank you, sir. and,
glad to be here.
and we found out that. Yeah.
You want now?
You don't get locked up, lock yourself up.
I promise, yeah. I'll
He's
probably
got
get
his
maybe
Monopoly card with him. His get out of jail
get
free
out of
card.
jail free card.
So remember, this time next year, we're looking for you.
All right, we'll be here.
We'll be here with you.
Awesome.
And anything else from anybody, or you all got anything to say? We really appreciate Joe and Eva Pruitt that runs the ambulance service here, the county that runs the ambulance service, Keisha that's taking care of us today, and the crews that are on today. Sorry you had so many runs while we were here. It was, we talked about it when we come in. Every time I show up here, they get a run. And she told me that I wasn't allowed in the building. I walked in the building and she got a run.
There you go.
But we did have the gentleman that walked in earlier that brought his donation here. He got overheated. They took him to the hospital and got him checked out, and he's doing good.
Awesome.
But he brought in $748.50.
His name?
His name is Mr. Riley.
Okay.
Mr. Riley, we hope you do good. They'll take care of you and get to feeling better, and we really appreciate what you've done for the Crusade today.
All
You
right.
brought it in. We had another walk-in donation. Harry and Kay Simpson brought in a check for $200. Brought it here to the remote, and we appreciate it. And we're always welcoming the donations to come into here if the departments didn't make it by your house, or you didn't get to send it in through the internet or the call in. We'll always take your money for the Crusade.
There you go.
So with that, our grand total for the Bardstown remote this year is $147,877.56 to the Crusade.
That's
worth
awesome.
repeating.
Read
Go
that.
ahead
Read that again.
$147,877.56.
All right.
69th Annual Crusade for Children, Bobby Jack. I mean, that is absolutely wonderful.
It is, and like I said, I can't say enough about these people. They've been friends, they've been neighbors,
and they still get along.
And and still get along, and put up with me for several years. And you know about how it is to put up with me, don't you?
And Kevin, I just got a text as we were standing here talking, and Joe Pruitt just said I was on his turf today, and so I've got to be careful. I may want to have to take something from inside there before I go home.
We can make a stroll through. You got a big leather chair in there.
I know. I see that every time I FaceTime him. So.
All right. Well, Bryce, thank you for last year and stepping up and doing it this year. Look forward to working with you next year.
Absolutely, Bobby Jack. Always look forward to working with you.
Take care of E-Town
and
for
our
me.
partners here at WBNA for making sure that we're on there and we're able to get through.
And of course our cameraman. I think we drove him crazy today.
We couldn't get through without him.
You see, you got cameramen who work with professional people on television, and then they get stuck with doofuses like us.
Yeah.
And it's like you said, we turn our back to the camera. We don't always hand the microphones over.
When you missed it last year, Reed would come up and turn me.
But we appreciate everybody giving to the Crusade for Children, whether it's in Nelson County or Hardin County, or if you just kind of walk up and drop off a check. We're ready to take them at all the times, and you can give year-round. And I think, well, we got a countdown. Y'all ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bye.
All right, if he says, bah, then we're supposed to say, hey, hey, Bobby Jack. We appreciate everybody. Thank you, Bobby Jack. We really appreciate all of your service to the WHAS Crusade for Children over the years. And we know you've been through some tough stuff in your life, and here you are out in the sunshine for the Crusade, and that's what makes it so wonderful. We greatly appreciate that. That's Shay McAllister. I'm Terry Miners. This is the 69th WHAS Crusade for Children. Can we look at our tote board?
I think we should, because it is growing.
Let's do that. Let's read the number on that thing. How about $3,977,804.47. So we are inching up toward $4 million for the 69th WHAS Crusade for Children. And there are still so many ways that you can donate. You're helping families get through some challenges, and this has been going on for this 7 decades now, and it's created miracles for people, changed people's lives, given them mobility, given them communications, and access to so many things that were not available prior to the crusade.
So many families always say that they didn't know that they were going to need the crusade. They didn't know that their family would be a crusade family, but they eventually do feel the impact, or you know someone who does. The crusade really touches everyone in our community.
Yeah, and it all starts with donations. You can still call 582-7511, or you can go 888-382-7511. You can always donate online at WHAScrusade.org.
And tons of options online too, with PayPal, Venmo, Cash App. You can scan a little QR code in the bottom of your screen and make a donation that way. And some people have been donating $69 for the 69th Crusade for Children. I think that's pretty cool.
Also, you can talk to Alexa in your house. Alexa, donate to the Crusade for Children, and then Alexa will magically start talking back to you and tell you how easily that's done. As far as that QR code that pops up right on your phone with your photo device, like you're going to take a picture, just take a picture of that QR code, and it'll show you the grid and ask you a few questions, and there you go. So thanks, no matter how you do it, how you donate. We want to mention a few of the folks who have donated to us. Oh, the Dumeyer family, they have been wonderful to the Crusade for Children. They sent us $100, excuse me, from David Dumeyer Jr. and David Dumeyer III, because David Dumeyer Sr. is the guy who came up with the logo for the WHAS Crusade for Children.
Oh, wow.
So long ago. He was a staff artist and came up with that silhouette that now we have improved and enhanced even beyond its original drawing for the 2022 Crusade for Children. And now you will see it in triplicate. You'll just see more faces, just to add to the dimension of what is the WHAS Crusade for Children. But thank you to the Dumeyer family. We will always honor that original drawing of that child's silhouette for the crusade.
And here's a cool update. So yesterday, the Boogie Down crew from Down Syndrome of Louisville was here. They were on the crusade with Ben Pine and Brooke Hash. They went live on Facebook during their performance and raised $606 right on Facebook and Venmo. Thanks so much to the Boogie Down crew. That is really impressive.
Boogie Down! All right, Jim and Mary Kavanaugh, thank you for another $100. And that is in memory of Alyssa. So thank you for that, sending that money.
Brenda Schock gave $5 from Clarksville, Indiana. Thank you so much, Brenda.
Donna Lang, $100 in honor of her grandchildren. So thank you.
John Eves gave us $100 from Ballardsville, Kentucky.
Sharon O'Brien, thank you for your generous gift to the WHAS Crusade for Children. Also, Bob Carver in Clarksville, Indiana. Thanks for the $50 there.
Mary D. Smith gave us $25. Thank you so much, Mary.
Ronald Nix, in memory of Michael Nix and Alma Terry, $150 to the WHAS Crusade for Children.
We have Catherine Dodds, who gave $50 today from Jeffersonville, Indiana. Thank you so much, Catherine.
All right, and they keep coming in too. We got a long list of people on Venmo. That's obviously a quick way for you to deliver some money to the Crusade for Children. So again, thanks for all that. We are, I believe, going to revisit with the Miracle Dancers. Lance Burke.
Hi, I'm Lance Burton. I'm standing in the middle of the Nevada desert, just outside Las Vegas, the magic capital of the world. On a clear day, you can see for 100 miles in every direction. And when you're in a magical place like this, it's a good idea to keep your eyes open at all times. You never know what's going to happen. Come on, let's get started.
Hi folks, I'm Lance Burton, Master Magician. This is Rocky, and we are speaking to you from my farm in Adair County, Kentucky. I so wanted to be there in person for the Crusade this year. Unfortunately, the weekend the Crusade is on, I will be on the other side of the country. I have a show out in California, so I'm not able to be there in person, but I want to thank WHAS for allowing me to be a small part of the Crusade. Now, that clip you just saw, the bus appearance, that was the opening of a television special that I shot over 20 years ago. It was called Lance Burton, Master Magician on the Road. Coming up next is a segment from that same special. This was shot on location at the Magic Castle out in Hollywood, California. And my special guest star in this segment is my good buddy, Matt King. Matt King, like me, is a native of Louisville. We both grew up there. Mac was born in Hopkinsville, grew up in Louisville. We met when we were 14 years old at the Louisville Magic Club. He is still out in Las Vegas working every day at the Excalibur Hotel. So if you get out to Vegas, go see him, tell him I sent you. Well, here it is, folks, a clip from the Magic Castle in Hollywood. Enjoy. Welcome to the world-famous Magic Castle in Hollywood, California. The castle is actually a private club whose members are all magicians. Now, normally, non-magicians are not allowed inside unless they are the guest of a member. Don't worry, you folks are my guests tonight. Now, this is just the reception area. In order to get actually inside the Magic Castle, well, it's a little tricky. You have to walk over to this owl and you have to say the magic words. Open sesame. The Magic Castle has been described as the Mecca of magic. You may meet an internationally famous magician here. You may see an up-and-coming magician just starting out, or a guy who loves to do card tricks. Everyone here has one thing in common. They all love the art of magic.
But, Billy, that doesn't work. No. But it led me to discover this, the Mac King Hiccup Cure, and this really does work. You get a big grocery bag, put it over your head, you spin around, and your hiccups are gone.
Oh, that's fantastic. That's wonderful.
Oh, hey, Lance, come on over and join us.
Mr. King, how are you? Billy, good to see you. Hello, Professor. How you doing tonight?
It's just the young man I've been looking for. Why don't you show Billy that wonderful version of yours at Thurston's pipe card trick? This is fantastic, Billy.
I'd be happy to, Professor. That's your favorite, huh, Professor?
Yes, Lance, you're one Cardini. It's simply the
Oh,
best.
thank you very much. Hey, Professor, can I get you a drink?
Lance, you're on next in the Palace of Mystery.
I'll be right there. There are three main performing areas at the Magic Castle. The close-up room is where you see magic up close and personal.
They all end up under the center cup. Thank you.
The parlor prestidigitation is a little larger, and what is known as parlor magic is performed there.
Get my hand like I just slept. Oh, boy, that was a good one right there. Watch that.
The Palace of Mystery is where you go to see stage magic. In fact, Every great stage magician of our time has appeared there. It's really considered to be an honor to be asked to perform in any of the rooms at the Magic Castle. It's really great to be back here at the Magic Castle. I'd like to do a classic of magic for you. I need to borrow a pocket handkerchief from one of the gentlemen in the audience. A white pocket hanky, anyone at all. It's a little piece of cloth, about this big. You know, oh, yes, sir, thank you. What's your first name?
August.
August, thank you very much. Appreciate that. Oh, good, it's clean, too. Okay. You'd be surprised. You've all heard of Aladdin and his magic genie. I have a genie too, and I'd like you to meet him. That's the bottle the genie lives in. I know it looks empty right now, but he's in there. He's just invisible most of the time, but sometimes he does make his presence known through an inanimate object, like August's handkerchief. I believe the genie's with us this week. Max, I'm over here. Look, there's people out there. Wave to them. Jump. Good to see you, Max. How you feeling today? It doesn't hurt him, don't worry. That hurts him. Killed him. You know, when you kill a genie, the first thing you watch out for. Little dancing music for Max. Get down, Max. Swing, baby, swing. That's how they did it in the old days. We do it a little bit different today. You know what you need, Max? That's right. You need a dancing partner if you really want to take advantage of those dancing lessons. Oh, she likes you, Max. But Max, what'd you say to her? Sweet talk her. Little hanky-panky going on, folks. Max, use some of that genie charm. I think they just need a little privacy. August, don't take the knot out till after you leave the theater. You don't want the genie to escape. Okay, folks, now that was our last stop on the tour. I know everyone's anxious to get home, especially the girls.
You know, we promised Shelley we'd be at her baby shower. We're never going to make it home in time. I think so.
Look, I have a plan. I've made some modifications to the bus. We're going to use a little magic to transport you from inside the bus back home to Las Vegas. Sit back, relax, enjoy the ride. Okay, guys, gather around. Austin, you got the map? Here's the plan. We're here in Boston. The girls need to get back home here to Las Vegas. So, the way I see it, the fastest way to do this is we construct a magic box around the bus, we shoot off a little pyro, the girls disappear from inside the bus, they reappear back here in Las Vegas.
No problem, bud.
Okay, Dave, you're on pyro. Linda, Sam, you're on the panel in the back. Guys, grab a corner. Looks like we've got everything under control out here. I just need to do a final check on the girls. Okay, girls, now there's nothing to worry about. In a few moments, you're all gonna be home. You're gonna disappear from inside the bus and reappear back in Las Vegas. Now, you may be thinking that the girls aren't really gonna disappear. You may think they're gonna try and sneak out the back of the bus. Well, first of all, there's no door on the back of the bus. Second of all, lift the back panel up, guys. We're moving this panel into position to keep the girls from exiting in that direction. We also have panels on the sides to keep the girls from going off to the left or the right. Raise the front panel up, guys. Let's talk a little bit about the floor. Solid concrete. No way for anyone to go down. And of course, you can see above the bus at all times. They can't go to the left or right, front or back, up or down. Magic is the only way to do this. Pyro! Drop the front panels. Drop the sides, drop the back. Magic Commandos, we did it again. Yeah. Wait, guys. The girls disappeared. But so did the bus. How are we going to get home? Okay, cell phone. All right. I'm calling a cab. A limo. Okay, a limo. Yeah, I need the number of a limo company. I don't know, Boston Limo? Chowderhead Limo?
You know, we never did find that bus. Well, folks, I hope you're enjoying watching the WHAS Crusade for Children. And if you're enjoying the entertainment, do me a favor, call the number on your screen and make a donation. Or you can go on the internet and donate that way. And remember, all of the money raised stays right here in this area in Kentucky and southern Indiana. If we all do our part together, we can do amazing, magical things. Thanks for watching. God bless you, and may God continue to bless the great state of Kentucky.
You rock, Lance Burton. He loves his animals too. He's great about supporting the Crusade for Children. Loves his animals. He's got shows going on all the time. I saw him post something online not an hour ago about he and his magician buddies going, and they mesmerize people all around the world.
That's what he said. He said he was going to be on the other side of the world, and that's why he couldn't be here with us.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, pretty good for a Louisville boy. He went to Butler High School, and he's done great for us here. So thanks for being on the Crusade team, Lance Burton. You rock. This is the 69th WHAS Crusade for Children. We've still got more fire departments coming through here. Actually, a couple of them are going to be here together in just a few minutes.
Awesome.
And we were going to read some more pledges from folks who've been kind enough to Venmo us. For those of you unaware of what that is, on your smartphone, it's just an easy way to transfer money. You know, when your neighbor came over and said, I need $10 for gas. And then you tell them, hey, Venmo me the $10 back. There's a way to do it on their phone. But thank you for the generosity toward the Crusade for Children. For those of you who used Venmo or other online mechanisms, Amy Griffith, thank you for $50. Paul Hare, $100. Rachel Williamson, $69 in honor of the 69th Crusade. Joshua Welch, $200. Daniel Frazier, $60. John McDonald, $50. Megan Reynolds, $150. Harold Harnett, $25. Yo, what's up? Joe Ilari, $50. And Joseph Hubbs, $50. Online donations from WHAScrusade.org.
Here we've got some telephone pledges. This is Andrew Henning gave $100. Thank you so much, Andrew. Kimberly Williams gave $40. Thank you so much. She's donating from Louisville. Thanks, Kimberly. And Mary Allen White, $150. That's coming in from Henryville, Indiana, and that is in memory of Patricia and Bob White.
Thank you, Zachary Enser, Venmo donation, as is a Venmo donation from Wendy Stoll, Richard Schroeder, Lisa Carley, Sally Travis, Kylie Norris, Jenny Botkins, excuse me, it's Cynthia Gillum.
I'm all out, but we can take a break and look at Fern Creek rolling in behind us. We see the apparatuses getting parked. It's always exciting, Terry.
Pretty fantastic. You can.
Yeah, they're just getting all set up back there. Okay, let's take a look at that tote board. It is looking fantastic, folks at home. We have finally broke $4 million. Right now, it is $4,196.47. How incredible. That is huge.
Yeah. Well, yeah. All right, everybody, $4 million. Let's go.
And so many of our remotes still just now coming in. I mean, this is when that number really starts to grow, and we have those final big fire departments coming through and all the remotes turning in their money.
Indeed, yeah. We'll talk to these firefighters here in just a couple of moments. We have miracle dancers ready to perform for us.
Here comes a wave meant to wash me away, a tide that is taking me under, swallowing sand left with nothing to say, my voice drowned out in the thunder. But I won't cry, and I won't start to crumble. Whenever they try to shut me or cut me down,
ever felt like nobody was there? Have you ever felt forgotten in the middle of nowhere? Have you ever felt like you could disappear? Like you could fall and no one would hear? Well, let that lonely feeling wash away. Maybe there's a reason to believe you'll be okay. 'Cause when you don't feel strong enough to stand, you can reach out your hand. And oh, someone will come running, and I know they'll take you home. Even when the dark comes crashing through, when you need a friend to carry you, when you're broken on the ground, you will be found. So let the sun come streaming in, 'cause you'll reach up and you'll rise again. Lift your head and look around, you will be found. You will be found. You will be found. You will be found. There's a place where we don't have to feel unknown. And every time that you call out, you're a little less alone. If you only say the word from across the silence, your voice is heard. Someone will come running. Take me home, take me home. Someone will come running. Take me home, take me home. Even when the dark comes crashing through, when you need a friend to carry you, and when you're broken on the ground, you will be found. So let the sun come streaming in, 'cause you'll reach up and you'll rise again. If you only look around, you will be found. Out of the shadows, the morning is breaking, and all is new, all is new. It's filling up the empty, and suddenly I see that all is new, all is new. You are not alone, you are not alone. You are not alone, you are not alone. You are not alone, you are not alone. Even when the dark comes crashing through, when you need someone to carry you, and you're broken on the ground, you will be found. Rise again. If you only look around, you will be found. You will be found. You will be found. You will be found. You will be found.
Those incredible people work on that show all throughout the year. And we just appreciate all the effort that goes into that. All those very special angels who put together, they choreographed that show for us just for the Crusade for Children.
It's amazing. Some of them have been part of it. Like Emily there for 26 years.
Yeah, it's a heck of a story that's told every year through the WHAS Crusade for Children. This is edition number 69. I'm Terry Miners. That is Shay McAllister, and we've had a lot of other folks help us throughout the course of the day. We still have a way to go until 7 o'clock tonight here on the Crusade, so please keep donating. There are lots of ways to do that.
There are so many ways to do that. You can go old school. You can call. That is the most popular way, at least it was for a long time. The number is 582-7511. You can call toll free 1-888-382-7511 or donate online at WHAScrusade.org.
You made that sound like you haven't made a phone call in many years.
Well, you do, but not to do this.
Why not?
Because there's all those options that you're about to say.
There they are. All those smartphone options you see on the screen. Venmo, Cash App, PayPal, Apple Pay, or call. That's good too. Or tell Alexa, donate to the WHAS Crusade for Children, and that gets it done too. See that QR code in the lower right of your screen? Show your photos, just like you're going to snap somebody's picture. Show it to that QR code, and it'll bring up that page so you can make a secure donation that way, or you can go snail mail. They still have that too. It's 520 West Chestnut Street, Louisville 40202. On the WHAS Crusade for Children, which reaches far and beyond the Louisville area. It goes all the way out to all 120 Kentucky counties, and wherever the money is generated, it goes back into those areas. Then in Indiana, the same thing. It goes up through about the halfway line of Indiana. All those departments up in there help us, and agencies throughout there are rewarded with money that goes right back into the same area where it was donated.
And it's pretty incredible. Every single cent that comes in as a donation goes straight to helping children with special needs in our community. And people always ask, how is that possible? How is that possible that every single penny can go back? But it really does.
Because Republic Bank helps us, and they put the money in the bank right away, and there's interest that's generated off that helps pay for the small costs of running the Crusade for Children year in and year out. And then, of course, comes the monumental task of deciding how to get that money distributed.
The Moral Side panel has a tough job to do because hundreds of agencies apply. Only so many can be helped. But we had a chance to catch up with them. John Blim interviewed all of them about what they look for, what they think is so important when making these tough decisions.
With me are members of the WHAS Crusade for Children advisory panel. They volunteer their time making difficult decisions on where your donations go to help make life better for children with special needs. I'll introduce them one at a time. With me is Father Joe Graffis, Archdiocese of Louisville. And Father Joe, you're the chair of this panel. Tell me, the past few years due to the pandemic have been challenging for sure.
Well, yes, John. And I think for all of us, we went from live hearings to Zoom hearings. Now we've been Zoomed to death over the last couple of years, hoping to go back to more live hearings next year. But this year we had 220 agencies from all over Kentucky and Southern Indiana asking for $12.3 million. That's a lot of money. The last couple of years, we've been around 5.1. This year, we have tried to pare that down, but the more we can give to these agencies, the better off they're going to be. And some great stories and some tremendous work, especially from some of the smaller groups, I think all of them have been impressed with. And it's worked pretty well. So we're looking for a great crusade. Please give as well as you can, especially in these hard economic times.
Thank you, Joe. Next up, Rabbi Galia Rooks from the Temple, Rabbi Emerita. You've been on the hearings for some years now. You hear the need. Is there a story that stands out in your mind, Galia?
It's hard to pick just one story. I often tell when we have these meetings in person or in Zoom, I always tell people the more you can spread the word about Crusade for Children, the more money we make, the more money we get to give. And not only does that help all these righteous causes, but it makes our job so much easier. I can't honestly say that I'd like to give 100% to every single grant request we have, but I certainly would like to be able to give 100% to more. And we hardly ever do 100%, but a larger percent. but changing a child's life and providing for them a better future, perhaps better than their parents had ever dared dream, is such a miracle, and we all have the power to make those miracles happen. So I hope that this year will be well over 5 million. Maybe we could hit 5.5, because I am the eternal optimist.
Thank you, Galia. Next, Rabbi Stan Miles, Louisville Milton School. And Stan, it's a difficult task because there's always more need, as Galia said, isn't there, than we have to give sometimes.
Yes, it's a real challenge when we are in the grant hearings, because there are very, very few instances that these are not the most worthy causes of all. These are life and death situations, and we just hope to do a small part to make these lives better. And it's such a wonderful team effort. It's the agencies who are out there helping kids every single day. It's the parents of the kids who really are a part of the process of healing or helping to grow. And let's not forget the firefighters, the people who collect for the crusade. Snow, sleet, rain, they're there to help special needs children in every county in the Commonwealth of Kentucky and literally half the state of Indiana.
Next up is Dr. John Slider, Breckenridge Chapel Free Methodist. And John, tell me, don't you feel like people always come together when it's crusade time?
Yeah, it's, I mean, we come together as the clergy panels, and we, even through Zoom, we have those times and of sharing and being a part of each other's lives. The community comes together. The agencies gather all their information and come to us, and it's just such an enjoyable bond. I hate to use that word over and over again, but bonding experience among all of us who are working on the crusade. I feel guilty sometimes when we as the clergy panelists get thanked for all that the community does. We're just a simple conduit for the funding and maybe a clearinghouse a little bit, but I oftentimes have to remind myself that the crusade is going on, and I remind myself by the community responding to the firefighters. I saw some firefighters standing in the middle of the road, and all they had was the 2 yellow stripes in the middle of the road to stand on. And their heads were on a swivel, but they were braving the traffic. People were very respectful, and this community is just so wonderful in responding to the crusade and the agencies that are helped by it.
Reverend Sally McLean, Sally, Christian Church Disciples of Christ. Question: even in difficult times like the pandemic, the generosity of people does shine through, doesn't it?
I think it does. And I think the thing that the crusade represents that we need so badly today is hope. I mean, for decades, from the beginning of the crusade, it has been the hope to help special needs children. And every family, I think, in Kentucky, throughout Kentucky and Southern Indiana, has been touched in some way by the crusade. With all the controversy and all the angst and all the grief that we have shared particularly this past couple of years, I don't think there's anything we need more than hope. And I think that's what the crusade represents. And I think that's why it has such a strong feeling throughout the community. And people are very generous, and we hope they will continue to be generous this year.
Thank you, Sally. Up next, Reverend Jason Crosby, Crescent Hill Baptist Church. And Jason, tell me about the crusade reaches far and wide. Tell me about that.
The reach of the crusade goes beyond the airwaves of WHAS, from Pikeville to Paducah, and up to Indianapolis, northern Kentucky. There are entities, hospitals, charitable organizations, school districts from a much larger scope that approach the Crusade for Assistance. And John, if I have a moment, in just the last few weeks, I've had a really direct experience with the way that the Crusade has made a difference in folks' lives. There was a young woman and man at our congregation whose 3-week-old newborn baby went into cardiac arrest, and the family found themselves at Children's Hospital here in downtown Louisville, and the child unfortunately had to be placed on an ECMO machine, which supports both breathing and regulates the heartbeat for newborns. And those machines are the kind of machines that the Crusade has supported in the past, and if I'm not mistaken, including this year, and obviously they're not inexpensive. But I'm glad to say that after some tense moments, some tense days, some tense weeks, due in large part to the fact that piece of medical equipment was available at Children's Hospital, made available by the Crusade, that baby is now at home and doing perfectly well with some medication assisting him at this juncture. And the first thing I noticed when I walked into that intensive care unit and said a prayer with that family was that ECMO machine. And I was reminded of the work that the Crusade was doing to literally help save that life. So the scope is wide, but it is also certainly influential and very impactful right here in our backyard in Louisville.
Thank you, Jason, for that personal story. That always hits home. Finally, one of our newest panelists, Reverend David Harkleroad, South Point Church in New Albany. You're new to the panel. David, tell us your first impressions this year.
You know, I'm really enjoying the whole process. One, I'm just becoming more aware of how broad the Crusade net spreads, you know, the scope, as we were just talking about. I was in Fairdale, Kentucky the other day, saw the firefighters out collecting. Have been in Indiana, seen the firefighters out collecting. So just, it's really exciting to see how the community comes around the Crusade, how much money is raised, and then getting to be new to seeing the inside of the process. Yes, seeing the giving come in, but then seeing the deliberation on the inside, the intentionality, the efficiency, and getting to see even just the transparency, how 100% of the funds are going toward children with needs. It's an exciting thing to get to be a part of. And as John Slider was saying, just knowing that, what a joy to get to be the one to help give that gift. If you kind of picture a funnel, it comes in from all these sources, but we get to be at the end of the funnel and sort of as a fiduciary hand that out. And it's a weighty responsibility, but what a joy to be a part of the process, and a joy to see our community rally behind these kids. So just grateful for the opportunity, grateful for everyone out there giving, and our firefighters and others helping collect.
Thank you, David. Well said. Not all of our panelists could be with us today, but I do want to thank those of you who are here for your volunteer work throughout the year. You can hear the lively art of conversation from our panelists as we discuss topics in the news, weekly on Moral Side of the News, Sunday morning at 5:30 on WHAS 11, and Sunday night at 8:30 on News Radio 840 WHAS. For the 69th annual WHAS Crusade for Children, I'm John Blim.
We appreciate those shows on radio and TV, Moral Side of the News. It's the WHAS Crusade for Children, and we're so glad you're still with us here. We're going to be on until 7 o'clock tonight to wrap up the 69th WHAS Crusade for Children. And then we get an NBA game tonight. The Celtics and the Warriors go at it later on tonight, too. You got to get fired up about that.
It's a big night on WHAS.
That's exactly right. I want to talk about some more of the folks who've donated to us.
Yeah, sure. Okay, so we have a $150 donation from Mary Ann White in Henryville, Indiana. This is in memory of Patricia and Rob White. Thank you so much, Mary Ann, for making this generous donation.
Also, we've had people online at WHAScrusade.org check in with us. Gary and Cheryl Stewart, thank you for $1,200. And Jeff Henley, $3,000. Thank you again for your kindness.
And I have an Andrew Henning who gave us $100 from Louisville. Thank you so much, Andrew.
Sharon Filiatro, $1,000. Also $1,000 from Darlene Crone. These are incredibly generous gifts to the WHAS Crusade for Children. Susan Bullard, $1,000. Susan Maher, $1,000. Joseph Elmore, $600. David Gerber, $500. Michael Haig, $500. And then via Venmo, Cheryl Ledbetter gave us another $500. I mean, these are incredible gifts. Thank you so much for your kindness towards special needs children and their families through the WHAS Crusade for Children.
Very generous. Okay, I have one more here. Kimberly Williams gave $40, and she's from Louisville. Thank you so much, Kimberly.
So let's check the tote board anyway, because I know it changed again. I just saw it out of the corner of my eye. My peripheral vision said, looky here. Our new total is $4,148,147.36. Let's go! Yeah, baby.
Wow.
Feels good. Pushing up.
Yep.
Still got time to go to get that number even higher, but thank you so much. Every one of those pennies matters, that's for sure. We want to show you how your Crusade dollars are put to use. In so many ways, so many places, they couldn't survive without your generosity helping bump up their bottom line, like at Green Hill Therapy. Take a look at this.
Well, my son Waylon is doing his occupational therapy. He was born with cerebral palsy, and that affects his muscles. I'm just doing what I do. He's been coming here for 8 years, since he was 3 years old. Prior to him turning 3 to be able to come here, we did some research and found the place. And so I thought it would be a good fit for him.
So, Green Hill Therapy is a nonprofit organization, and we provide highly specialized occupational, physical, and speech therapy services to children with special needs. But in addition to that, we incorporate hippotherapy, and that is we use the horse's movements from a very scientific-based approach, and it maximizes the impact of therapy to provide and produce meaningful, functional outcomes.
Yeah. The therapists are great with him. It's a great place to be. They're really nice. Prior to coming, he kept his hands fisted quite a bit, and working with his hands helps him open up his hands and be able to grab stuff, hold on to stuff. Nice job!
So for the past year and a half, of course, due to social distancing measures and keeping everybody safe, we haven't had the hippotherapy program. She's looking at me. So what's really exciting is that I'm gonna walk up slow. We're bringing the horses back. It's been very interesting to see the parallel between the horses and the kids. The horses are training to become bigger, stronger, and more confident, as are the kids. So it's a very nice connection that you can see.
Oh, I get teary-eyed. Oh, because he's just so special. And he was born with these disabilities on no fault of his own.
Crusade has donated to us very graciously for many years. It is very expensive to run a therapy clinic, and on top of that, a 10-acre horse farm. And it just wouldn't be possible without the Crusade.
Without the money from the Crusade, there wouldn't be programs like this for Waylon to participate in. It makes me happy, but it makes me sad. Because there's certain things he can't do that other kids can. But coming here and doing the therapy, it helps him to potentially reach the things that he can't do that other kids can do. And I try to help him with any therapy he can do to reach his full potential.
What we do here is really hard work, but it's so rewarding because we get to see the kids grow and meet milestones they otherwise may not have. And it is something that I take and I'm very proud of. And I would like to say thank you to the Crusade and the endowment, because it would not be possible without you all. And if there's anybody out there considering to donate, Please do. You will be providing a lasting legacy that will be helping so many kids that are very special and very worthy and full of potential.
Boy, she's so right, you know.
It's amazing when you see it. You actually see the impact. You see how emotional it is for the people who are part of it and just how special it is for the kids. And that's exactly where your money is going.
Yeah, and Contact of the Horse is the greatest thing in the world. I love that too. Just to see these kids and the joy that brings them. Just one of the hundreds of places that benefit from the WHAS Crusade for Children. You can still help us up until 7 o'clock tonight, really beyond. But
we will not turn you down.
Yeah, right. Because you can mail something to us, snail mail, and that arrives Thursday. Yeah, we appreciate it, whatever it happens to be. The address is WHAS Crusade. We're at 520 West Chestnut Street in Louisville, 40202. You can still call. We have people on the phones, 582-7511, or use your smartphone for all the other ways that you can find us. Venmo, Cash App, PayPal, there's lots of ways to do it. You can use Alexa at home. But whatever you can do, $1, $20, $69 for our 69th anniversary. It's all put to good use and done immediately. We were talking about the moral side of the news panel a few minutes ago. They turn around this money quickly and get it in service. It's not like it goes and sits away for a long time.
Right, and it's really cool when you find out who's getting it and how much it'll help.
And we publish a list so you see everything, and you'll see when we get to a total. We're getting ready to show you our current total, but when this is over in a few, whenever the panel decides how they're going to send them all out, we show you exactly where every dollar goes, and it'll be more than the total that's raised.
It's
How about
really
that?
cool.
It's
really
magic.
Cool.
Let's look at the new tote board total again, because it went up again. Look at us now. $4,284,164.86. We're on our way. All right. All right. I love the excitement when we're getting to where we're seeing these numbers swell up like this, and
I do too.
Think about the miracles that it brings for people, for
and
sure.
It's really cool to see it, and we've been showing you all weekend long and even in the weeks leading up to the crusade exactly where that money is going. Our next story is going to show you. It's the Center for Courageous Kids. It's a really special camp where no matter where you are financially, every kid can go for free.
Grateful for this opportunity for them to be able to come out and have this every year.
Yeah, you're gonna get right up there.
So the Center for Courageous Kids is a year-round camping facility where our mission is to inspire, empower, and enhance the lives of children and their families living with special needs or medical conditions. What we're able to give them is really just to experience that rite of passage that all children should experience, which is camp.
All right, what do you say to go? Welcome. Yeah. Perfect. Good job.
So it's a completely no cost to the family, and that's one of the things that I think our families and kids are always grateful for and surprised with when they come to camp.
It's a blessing to not worry about where can I come up with the money so that they can go to camp next year. The opportunity's there because of donations, and that's what we're really grateful of.
So this weekend, we have families here who have children with hemophilia, sickle cell, other bleeding disorders, and then also kids that may go to an oncology clinic for different childhood cancers or blood disorders of that nature. We also have families here this weekend with our new relationship with the Institute of Health Equity. Those children may have never experienced this much nature, coming out and going fishing for the first time, or taking a nature walk through our woods down to our treehouse adventure lodge for the first time. So really just providing those first time experiences is one of the things that we hold dear here at the Center for Courageous Kids.
I'm here today with, I have 5 children and 2 grandkids at Center for Courageous Kids. We're out here just to have a good time, spread our wings, and just have some fun. Each one of my children have a medical condition. Everyone has sickle cell anemia, and then 2 of them have asthma, and one of them also has diabetes.
Yeah, I think you're gonna bite me.
With this camp here, having the medical facility on site, it kind of gives me an ease of mind just in case something happens. It takes a lot of the worry away.
So most recently, what we've been able to insert with support from Crusade for Children are some of our brand new medical golf carts, where that gives us the ability to have more medical staff out on site in the activity areas with the kids. The grants that we receive from WHAS Crusade for Children make what we do possible. It's imperative, it's necessary, and it's something that since 2008, we've been so grateful and overwhelmed to have the support.
Have you enjoyed riding Blue?
Because their mission mirrors what we want to do, putting the kid first and put the kid experience first.
So I love how the Crusade for Children gives the opportunity to give these children a chance to get out and have a good time. They get to meet other children like them with the same health conditions, and I love that.
It's something that makes me feel like my life is purposeful, and it gives me really a reason to just wake up every morning and be happy that I'm coming to work, because I get to work for such a powerful and necessary mission.
My name is Crystal Benson and my son is Christian, and today we're at the I Can Bike Camp.
You're going to go straight, okay? 3, 2, 1.
Christian needed to know how to ride a bike. He's very interested in knowing how to ride a bike. He has sisters and brother he wants to ride bikes with and friends. And so we found out about this camp and he became old enough for this camp. And so here we are.
Much better.
My name is Beth Ennis.
There it is. Good job. Keep going.
I'm the chair of the physical therapy program here at Bellarmine University.
There you go, David.
We are helping children with some kind of diagnosis learn to ride a bike.
28. There we go. 30.
It is a week-long, intense camp that we work from basically wobble bikes on up to riding a two-wheeler without any training wheels or other supports.
Ready? Go! So Christian has autism. He is nonverbal, and so some things are just a little harder for him. But opportunities like this are great for him because this will get him in a more social situation if he gets to ride bikes with his friends.
Turn this way, Sarah.
We got a grant from the Crusade 4 years ago, and we're able to bring the camp here and have been able to continue to do that. To this program specifically, we couldn't have it without those grants because we don't charge the families for this camp.
As a parent, I'm very grateful for what the Crusade for Children does, particularly for my child. There's lots of opportunities for him to do things that he would have a lot of trouble doing in a normal setting. And we're very grateful and don't know how to say thank you enough.
Show me that turn. Don't run over my toes. Good job. Nice.
It's my favorite week of the year. We have families who come in who say, well, we'll give this a try, right? It's probably not going to work. We're going to be putting the training wheels back on. And when they see them on the tandem and when they see them launch on Wednesday on two wheels, one of the things we always tell moms is wear waterproof mascara because there are going to be tears this week.
It's hard for us to get Christian to understand those concepts of riding the bike. One of the simplest things you can do and funnest thing you can do as a kid. But so now he gets that opportunity because of Crusade and because of the donations.
When that boot is handed out or when fund drives happen or when the telethon happens, please support them because we couldn't do this without them. And every single thing that I have seen the Crusade involved with changes people's lives. And you can't put a price on that.
Oh, okay. We're just going to hold it down.
Another great way the Crusade for Children helps in so many, many ways. Shay, we got to check the tote board now because I saw it just clicked over again.
I think we better. Okay, let's take a look at the tote board right now.
We have. Hey, let's all read this together since everybody's here from Fern Creek. Let's all read this together. Ready? Right now we have $4,485,540.70. All right! And more to come.
And we do have the Fern Creek Fire Department with us right here at 6:30. We're going to start with Chief Nathan Mulvey. Chief, start by talking about how did this year go for you guys? What was it like collecting for Crusade?
It was still a little challenging. It wasn't anything like the last 2 years have been, but I think when people spend more time at home, it's a lot harder to get back out and get into the swing of what this is about. So hopefully next year we'll be able to come back a little bit stronger, but I think we did pretty good still.
Well, we appreciate all of your work.
So I'm going to read off a few in honor ofs, and then I'm going to hand it off to our coordinator. $10 in honor of the Miller Receive Your Families from Norbert and Barbara. $40 in honor of Healthy Grandsons, William and Christine Wheatley. $50 in honor of grandchildren Matthew, Brittany, Jessica, Joe, Rylan, and Danon, and great-grandchildren Allie and Remy from Patricia McDonald. $50 for Anne Marie Rickett from Christine Samuel Federa. $50 for granddaughter Charlotte Amshoff from Lori Sharp, and daughter of who's actually the daughter of firefighter Jacob Amshoff. And then $50 in honor of Kevin Adams, who was from Paul McIntosh. Real quick on that, Kevin Adams, for those of you who do know or may remember, Kevin would normally have a roadblock set up at Bardstown and Waterson Trail, but unfortunately this year, like the day before the roadblock would hit, Kevin came down with COVID. Oh. So he was not able to get his roadblock opened. However, I want to definitely give a shout out to Kevin and all of those that sent in money on Kevin's behalf since he wasn't able to open, to the tune of about $1,100. So
yeah, he's really, a warrior for us every year, so Absolutely. We really appreciate that.
$100 in honor of Peyton, Jesse, and Meadow Newman from Craig and Robin. Ryan, in honor of Ryan Lovell. From Marty Metcalf. $100 in honor of Owen Healy and Theo Healy from Stephen and Marilyn Humphrey. $100 in honor of Charles Michael Schmidt Jr. from his daughter Haley Schmidt. $100 in honor of the 7151 crew from Mike Weimer. $100 in honor of 3 healthy great-granddaughters from great-grandma Piddleco. $150 in honor of Kevin Adams, again, from All American Windows and More. $300 in honor of Hudson, Ella, and Parker from Barry and Michelle Hinman. $300 in honor of Rick and Melissa McAdam from Kathy M. Hill. $400 in honor of Nathan Mulvey and his 5 healthy grandchildren from Anna and David Mulvey. $500 in honor of Kevin Adams again from Crane Hardscape Supply. And then I think the last one I have is $690 in honor of my daughter Melissa's 50th birthday from Gary and Evelyn Hatfield. And then I like to turn it over to Andy Oates. She's our Crusade coordinator. I'll be honest, none of this stuff would have even been able to happen if it hadn't been for Andy's efforts. So
I was glad to hear all that Mulvey family news too.
Yes.
It's all good.
I'll step out of the way.
Andy.
All right, I'm going to read the memories of. So I've got $15 in memory of Donna Jo Evanoff from Lillian H. Grubbs. Got $25 in memory of my husband Gerald, mother and father Irene and Egbert Cundiff, brother Gary, sister-in-law Marilyn, and sister Barbara Dean from Patricia McDonald. $25 in memory of Lacey Jones from Doris Rowe and Rhonda Jones. $25 in memory of Lawrence and Mary Ford from Annette Ford. $25 in memory of Wayne Perky from Patricia Egenhoff and Brenda Milner. $30 in memory of Bud Herbsmeyer from Ann K. Sizemore. $40 in memory of Sherry Annetta Howard from Lillian H. Grubbs. $50 in memory of Rosie O'Neill from Anita Klobb. $50 in memory of Terry Carter from Judith and Terry Carter. $50 in memory of Rob Chambers and Chief Tinsley Roman from Wanda Chambers. $50 in memory of Kyle Adams from David and Judy Cross. $50 in memory of the deceased Albritton family members from Sandy and Gary Albritton. $50 in memory of James Smith from Karen Spalding. $50 in memory of Denise Keith Stein and Verna Mae Stein from Stephanie Stein. $100 in memory of Matthew Johnson from Michael and Deborah Johnson. $100 in memory of Willow Eve Newman from Craig and Robin Newman and great-grandma Pettico. $100 in memory of Bub Herbsmeyer from Craig Herbsmeyer. $100 in memory of Sarah from Robert and Sandra Robards. $100 in memory of Kathleen Armstrong from Robert and Carolyn Armstrong. $100 in memory of Kathleen Mitchum and from Nancy Mitchum. $100 in memory of the crew of Derby 11 KAG C-130 that crashed in Evansville on February 6, 1992. $100 in memory of John and Wilma Logston from Teresa Logston. $100 in memory of Mike Schmidt Sr. from Haley and Barbara Schmidt. $100 in memory of Kyle Adams from All American Windows and More. $100 from Bill and Tony Cozine from Sheila and Patricia Cozine. $100 in memory of Jerry and Danny Franklin from Christopher and Nancy Head. $100 in memory of Wayne Perky from Carol Cruz. $100 in memory of Eric Hampton from Michael and Christine Wilson. $100 in memory of Dorothy McMillan from Brian McMillan. $110 in memory of George Diebold from Donald and Linda Diebold. $150 in memory of Jack and Carol Kramer and Joshua and Teresa Bohannon from Judy and Kenneth Bohannon. $200 in memory of David Spade from Donna and Justin Spade. $200 in memory of Glenn Vogades from Cassie Vogades. $200 in memory of Bill King from TK's Pub. $200 in memory of Cindy Rat Goldsmith from Larry Goldsmith. $200 in memory of Willow Eve Newman from Craig and Robin Newman. $200 in memory of L.C. Mullins Jr. from Ken and Susan Pierce. $200 in memory of Brad Pivot from Daniel Doris. $200 in memory of her son Curtis from Terry Heckle. $210 in memory of Linda Dixon from John and Lynn Kuchenbrod. $300 in memory of Bob, Betty, and Paul Gassman from Barbara and David Raymer. $300 in memory of Gary Lineberg, Ken Alcorn, Susan Dobson, Betty Husband, Donna and Jesse Nation, Bob Rich and Sandy Rich from Dorothy and James Jury. Jack Flem from Rose Flem. $345 in memory of Major Malcolm Jenkins from the Jenkins family and friends. $400 in memory of Bob Hutchin from Cindy Hutchin. $500 in memory of Philip Berta from Kenneth and Darlene Hatcher. $700 in memory of the Sweezy family and Hagen family from Patricia and Henry Hagen. $690 in memory of Harold Six from Gary and Evelyn Hatfield. $1,000 in memory of Rebecca Rose from James and Jolene Lyles. $1,000 in memory of wife Cheryl and daughter Vicki Epley from Richard Epley. $1,000 in memory of Belinda Richardson from Perry and Steve Richardson, and $2,000 in memory of Reverend and Mrs. Richard Burns and their son, Richard. Fern Creek's first fire chief was Richard Burns from Martha Burns, and $2,000 in memory of Sergeant Kyle Adams from Mom, David, Laverne, Aaron, Aiden, Jackson, Justin, and Ella. In memory of Diane Orman, $50 from Denise and Teresa Delaney, $150 from Anonymous, $200 from John and Mary Purple, $250 from Nick and Janine Hauser, $500 from the Philburn Family Trust, and $2,000 from Chuck and Denise Bauer.
Thanks one and all for your generosity.
This is Lucy Kirkpatrick. She's gonna read some special mentions.
Welcome back, Lucy.
Hey, Terry, good to be here. We got a couple of special mentions. John Paul II Academy donated $1,489.82, and then Audubon Park United Methodist Church, they always take a collection up every year and bring it up to us, and that was $1,023.20. We have a couple in honor of $250 from Kathleen Wilson. It's in honor of Terry, Lenny, LT, Ivy, PT, Kay, and Henry. And we have a $300 in honor of from Sharon Lear. It's in honor of Kevin Adams. We have some in memory ofs. $5 from Kevin Adams in memory of Bud Harbsmeyer. $20 from Kevin Adams in memory of Wayne Perky. $30 from John and Pamela Carr in memory of Luke Clore. $50 from Jane and Ann and Edward Seeger in memory of Mildred and Marion Quisenberry and Vivian and Raymond Seeger. We have an anonymous donation from Vera Phillips and John and Karen Baines in memory of Kathy Debo. $68 from Barbara Cannon in memory of Major Terry Cannon and Captain Charlie Riggle. These are $100 in memory ofs. Monty and Nancy Hostin in memory of Mr. Jacob and Willie Becker. From Ken and Marilyn White in memory of Ken White Jr. We have an anonymous donation in memory of Courtney Cooper. From John and Donna Schwartz. This is in memory of John and Marcella Schwartz and Richard and Jenny Attenborough. From Valerie Roth in memory of George Roth. Patricia Grizzle in memory of my brother Edgar Mikuleski. From Paula Sharpenstein in memory of Quentin Sharpenstein. From Larry Liebert in memory of Norman and Mary Ann Liebert. From Lucy Dosker in memory of Joseph Dosker Jr. From Stephen Fortwangler in memory of Jana Fortwangler. $200 in memory of from George Mattingly Jr. in memory of Faye and Jeff Mattingly. This is from Terry and Kim Sears in memory of Kim's grandparents, Frank and Sally Agar, founding members of the Butchell Fire Department. Kim's father, Ron Agar, is a former member of the Butchell Fire Department, and Kim's sister, Rhonda Agar Gordon, and our granddaughter, Alice May Sears. From James Taylor in memory of Linda Taylor. From Susan Willem in memory of Kyle Adams and Connie Mayfield. From Robert Picklesheimer in memory of Kenneth and Ryan Picklesheimer. From Joyce Boblet in memory of Wally and Jackie Fredericks. And from Diana and Ronald Hurley, it's in memory of Major Ron Hurley with Camp Taylor Fire Department, and Myrtle Hurley, Ronald E. Hurley, USMC, Mary Ann Cook, and Mr. and Mrs. Evans Lewis. And a $500 in memory from Airco HVAC Contractors, and that is in memory of Camp Taylor Fire Department 5001, which would be Harold Atkins. And I also want to just thank all who donated, because without you, this wouldn't be possible. And if you haven't made your donation, please do so, as no donation is ever too late for the Crusade for Children.
Thanks, Lucy. Appreciate it. Chief, you coming back in?
Sure. Hey, just want to also make it, well known that you see the Camp Taylor and Butchell folks behind us. So we just kind of work together throughout the whole week and the last several months as we've built up. So just want to, this is not just Fern Creek, it's Fern Creek and Butchell coming together to provide their total. So.
Dave Staubel, thank you, buddy. We appreciate everything you guys do for us in Butchell as well.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
So before we give our total, there is a raffle that is normally done with Kevin Adams. So we're gonna do that really quick before I give a total.
Perfect. So $1,066 raised by Kevin Adams for his split the pot, which means half of that, $533, goes to some lucky winner.
All right. Let's see who we get. Doug Diebold.
What's up, Doug Diebold?
Congratulations, Doug.
We're not going to pressure you at all to just say, let the Crusade keep that money.
Yeah, you could change our total a little bit.
And thanks, Kevin Adams, for all your hard work.
Absolutely.
Boy, year in and year out, that guy's come through for us.
Yes.
And we love it that he's a Crusader for life.
Absolutely. I can remember my first training with the fire department. I was basically Kevin's right-hand man for that whole evening. So that was definitely changed me. So
awesome.
All right, so I'll move forward with our total if we're ready.
All right. For the 69th WHAS Crusade for Children from Fern Creek and Butchell combined, the total is
$147,750.89.
$147,750.89. Fern Creek and Butchell combined.
That is amazing.
Thank you.
Awesome. Well done, Chief.
Thank you.
All right.
All them.
Yeah. Thank you, Dave Staubel.
Yes,
appreciate
thank you,
all
Butchell,
guys.
too.
Thank everybody in both departments. Greatly appreciated. All right. I guess we all ought to read out the tote board total now because I'm sure it has changed again. We ready to do that? Let's just read it together. You guys ready? In full throat, here we go. Right now, the WHAS Crusade for Children total is $4,633,610.39. Let's pour some money into those buckets. Let's pour. Thanks, Andy. Here you go, guys. That would be great. There you go. Good job. That's all right. Here we go. We'll help you. Here we go. Boom, boom, boom.
Hey, we love it. Great job. Great job.
Good job, brother.
You did great. Thank you. Thank you.
Pretty fantastic. Thank you, Fern Creek and Butyl combined. We are not finished yet with the WHAS Crusade for Children. We are going to take a look at the magic that is the Crusade.
Say Crusade for Children! Crusade for Children! Good job! Yay!
Because of organizations like the Crusade, we're able to find staff and find therapists and individuals that can help Graham where it's needed most.
The Crusade is what allows me, to be able to go back and to, get my master's degree and be able to have this teaching position. And I'm a special education teacher at Hodgenville Elementary School.
Why do we want to go with Crusade for Children? Because they give 100%. You know what I mean? 100%. That means a lot.
Helping these kids become independent and get ready for life after high school would not be possible without the equipment that Crusade for Children has given to us and provided for us.
Oh, I get teary-eyed. Oh, because he's just so special. And he was born with these disabilities on no fault of his own. Without the money from the Crusade, there wouldn't be programs like this for Waylon to participate in.
The grants that we receive from WHAS Crusade for Children make what we do possible.
I would encourage anyone to give to the Crusade. It's very important that these programs at BCA continue to be funded. We are the direct beneficiaries of the programs and the services that are offered here, and Graham's life is better because of it.
What we've been able to insert with support from Crusade for Children are some of our brand new medical golf carts, where that gives us the ability to have more medical staff out on site.
Crusade has donated to us very graciously for many years. It is very expensive to run a therapy clinic, and on top of that, a 10-acre horse farm. And it just wouldn't be possible without the Crusade.
We are so blessed that the Crusade looks deeply into our program, sees the benefits that we're providing children and families.
To know that they're making a difference in my family, it's really rewarding. I'm really, really thankful.
It's a blessing to not worry about where can I come up with the money so that they can go to camp next year. The opportunities there because of donations, and that's what we're really grateful of.
The fact that there is an organization whose sole mission is to promote positive outcomes for kids with disabilities is something I want to be a part of.
It's always good to know that 100% of the money that gets donated to the Crusade makes it to the kids.
We got a grant from the Crusade 4 years ago, and we're able to bring the camp here. To this program specifically, we couldn't have it without those grants because we don't charge the families for this camp.
We wouldn't be able to do any of this without the Crusade support. The Crusade has funded all sorts of adaptive equipment for us that is large and therefore very much more expensive than what we would be able to manage with district related funds. We wouldn't be able to have her on a bike if we didn't have that funding from the Crusade.
We just want to say thank you to the Crusade and all those that give generously. We appreciate it.
As a parent, I'm very grateful for what the Crusade for Children does, particularly for my child. And we're very grateful and don't know how to say thank you enough.
What we do here is really hard work, but it's so rewarding because we get to see the kids grow. And I would like to say thank you to the Crusade because it would not be possible without you all. And if there's anybody out there considering to donate, please do. You will be providing a lasting legacy that will be helping so many kids that are very special and very worthy and full of potential.
I would strongly urge anyone to donate to the Crusade for Children because
I've personally seen how it impacts in a positive way.
We are so grateful for every donation that's given because, as you can see, it has helped our daughter and it's helped so many families. So many enjoy the benefits that the Crusade provides more than you might realize. And you never know, you might need them yourself one day.
I want to encourage everybody to give everything that you can and it'd be a great support for these children. And I promise you give all you can give, you'll be blessed back.
Here is to the Crusade at WHAS.
We're up a little bit this year to $156,175.94.
Incredible. Big round of applause for that, everybody. Yeah, exactly. PRP.
For the 69th annual Crusade for Children, the Highview Fire Department has raised
$106,235.85.
Wow!
But for the contribution from the good folks of the Archdiocese of Louisville, $211,558.
Come on, let's go. $211,558 from the Archdiocese of Louisville. Thank you, and thanks to everybody in all the parishes.
How did you get in this predicament right here, my friend?
I made a bet. I lost, Crusade won. How's that?
And you know what? I think on this day, everybody wins.
I would hear stories of folks who had given for years thinking it would never touch them and suddenly found themselves in the hospital and they look down and see that little plaque donated by the Crusade for Children, and it means a lot.
In memory of Milton and Mimi Metz.
The total in memory of Bud Harbsmeyer was $1,726.
This year we're going to make this total in memory of Bruce, and our total this year is $15,850.91.
From Jeffersonville, $15,850.91. All right. For the Crusade for Children.
Hard all through the year, and how they man.
I'd like to ask everyone to keep the Southeast Louisville Fire Department in your thoughts and prayers. One of their firefighters and his wife were involved in a bad accident this week. They're both at U of L hospitals. Just please keep their family in your thoughts and prayers.
This year, in 2021, through our Power of One campaign, the LG&E and KU Foundation and our employees raised $398,104 for the Crusade for Children.
Oh my gosh. Go ahead and dump it on in, guys. Beautiful.
Thank you very much, and God bless. Thank you.
Yeah. And that's the magic of all this.
What a weekend.
LG&E comes through with $398,000, and then you have the Catholic Archdiocese with $211,000. These amazing totals we hear throughout the course of the day. But it really all comes down to the nickels, dimes, dollars that the firefighters collect, that civic groups put together, and then you get to hear that great sound of all that money mashing into the fish bowls.
Every penny counts, and we mean it.
Yeah. So we love each and every one of yous on our Crusade team. Look at these green shirt people. They're also our Crusade teamers. And people who work on this throughout the course of the year to take us to this crescendo moment where in a minute we'll read the tote board total. But someone told me Big Jeff has another announcement from our Crusade Board of Directors. They finally have somebody on this show that's taller than I am.
It's a good feeling.
What is it? What news do you bring us?
Terry, I've got great news today. You know, we talked about last night how excited the board was to be a part of this great organization and how caring the board is. The board has authorized from the foundation a contribution of $500,000. $500,000
more dollars. That sounds pretty good, doesn't it? Oh my goodness. It sounds good. We appreciate what the board does throughout the course of the year too, but for you guys to just come in here with a last big bump like this makes it even more magical.
It's very meaningful.
It is for all of us. Who's feeling good about Crusade 2022? Would like to help us read out our grand total for the 69th WHAS Crusade for Children. Yeah? Well, let's do it like family. For the 69th WHAS Crusade for Children, the grand total is $5,133,684.69. That's what I'm talking about, baby. I know what you did there. All that magic money, and it ends in 69 cents for the 69th year. That's pretty good play.
It's a gift.
Pretty nice play. If we are ready to sing God Bless America, that'd be a great way for us to cap off another unbelievable Crusade for Children. Hi, Deandra. Good to see you on that end. And hello, everybody on this end who helps out. These guys help out with the money. These are firefighters. These are other people who work for the Crusade. Gary Doyle, Jim Baker. These guys help us with the Crusade year in and year out. All these beautiful people come together, and we're going to sing to close out the Crusade. Sound good?
It's great.
Great. Let's go. God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her with the light from above. From the mountains to the prairies to the oceans, white with foam. What a beautiful gift from the community. $5,133,684.69 to close out the 69th WHAS Crusade for Children. We will see you for Crusade number 70, and people start working on that tomorrow. That's the beauty of it all. Thanks so much, Dawn.
Oh, thanks to you. Thanks to Shay. You all make this so wonderful. Such a celebration for Sunday.
All right. Thanks to the whole team. We appreciate each and every one of you. Thanks so much. And good night from the WHAS Crusade for Children.